With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and chill. The stream's online and straight away begins to whine, but always fine as long as Shasper 9 and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran shooter feeling so insecure. The money he earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always had to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once kicked off across the board with charge to what because his code can be ignored, just how much DSP makes us feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch and why his sheep are also cheap, while DSP is chasing green. We're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are slow machine. He's not in burping, leaning ban. It matters not if battery fun. His Shoutouts can't see if hours make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before lunching into a big pretending there for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of call his cat and fatty life and all his strife of forgetting that it's done well and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't act, that is a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. She's nearly over and a win is in sight, with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not light. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jet here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for today, Sunday the 24th of March 2023. Do hope you're all doing very well indeed, and I hope you've enjoyed your weekend so far. My weekend's been a wee busy one. I've had a right busy wee fucking weekend, so it's been fucking feeling like non-stop, you know? I was glad to get to fucking Monday when I can fucking relax and go to work. Jesus, it's been a really fucking busy weekend for me, it's been very chaotic. Yeah, it's we got bingo now to look forward to, so there we go. I hope you're all having a good time and everything else. Phil has got his React day today. That's his special thing he's focusing on today. That's he's got his React content and all that jazz. And Phil's live right now. We're going to build up some speed up juice and everything else, and I think we're doing quite well in that regard. But yeah, he had his long intro today and all that shit, and he's ready going, he's ready blethering, pish and all that jazz and everything else. But yeah, apparently Phil, you know, chat froze for Phil apparently. Not really, it's just a fucking nobody was talking, it looks like. There you go. Anyway, let's just not waste too much time. Let's just get straight into the bingo and all that jazz. And to do that, I'm going to need help picking a bingo card. The first number in chat I see will be the bingo card I use for today's show. So yeah, the very first number I see, and the first one I saw was from Diablo Lord of Darkness, who said 666. Gee, what a surprising number for the Lord of Darkness. Didn't expect that one. There you go. And then let me hit enter. This is the bingo card we have for today's show, thanks to Diablo Lord of Darkness. And the bingo card we have for today is as follows. We need Phil to say, you see, that being said, shout out to that being said, who are live right now. Addition, members, and him doing a Y or a T pose. Then you got him displaying some YouTuber jealousy, him saying schedule, him clearing his throat, him saying dude, and him saying what the fuck are you talking about, although I will also accept what are you talking about. The third row is Phil saying positive, chill, hilarious, him giving somebody a good old fashioned leaning ban, and him saying on demand. The fourth row is Phil explaining something, him saying life, voted it is what it is, and shocked. And the fifth and final row of the bingo card is Phil to say day off, him discussing politics in some nature, him saying here's the thing, him slapping a leg, and finally him going oh. And that is today's bingo card we have for us today. Now, of course, you guys will know the drill here. We're trying to get a full house 25 out of 25 on a bingo card. If we manage to do that, it'll be added to $25 will be added to the bingo prize fund. The bingo prize fund currently is $160. If we win today, $25 more will go on to that bingo prize fund. And at the end of the month, one of you guys can potentially win the bingo prize fund, or you can, you can take it all, you can donate it to charity, you can do, half and half, or whatever. It's basically up to the winner to determine what they want to do with that money. But of course, the only way you're going to get hands on that money potentially is if you've left a comment on a community post, which is linked in the description of this live stream. If you haven't done that, you're not only a fucking chance of winning the prize, so you've got to make sure you have left a comment in the community post, and you've got to do that before the end of the month. So there you go, you've been warned. There's a fucking warning right fucking there. Of course, there's a variety of ways for us to get free spaces on a bingo card as well, for us to try and get a full house. For example, if Phil snorts or burps 10 times before he starts reacting for today's Shy to React content, then that gives us a free space. And if we get 100 likes on this bingo stream before I finish playing bingo, not only will that give us a free space as well, but you guys also get to enjoy the Bubbles animation made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations, so there you go indeed. And I think I covered all the bases, and let's just get straight into the bingo. But before we do that, of course, we've got to press the random Scottish soundboard button to see what's going to send us off in battle today.
I mean, it's terrible. All this hands are all over the place. You're like a sweaty octopus trying to unhook a bra.
And on that note, let's begin bingo. Good luck, everybody.
Good morning, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Level 1 podcast. Today is Sunday, the 24th of March, 2024, also known as React Day around here, because every Sunday I do a full day of reacting on my two other channels, DSP Reacts and DSP Throwback, and today is no exception. I like doing this in the middle of the week. It breaks up the gameplay, as opposed to just doing gameplay 6 days in a row, to have this kind of in the middle as a way to say, okay, this is kind of the halfway point, right? It's pretty fun. I've really been enjoying it the last month and a half that we've been doing this, and we'll talk about that a little bit in a second. So, what is on today's agenda? What are we talking about today? What is going on? Well, first of all, I got some updates for you in regards to RPG Overload. Yesterday, we made major progress in both Baldur's Gate 3 and Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, and now it's stacking up to look like we very well might beat these games by the end of the week, but if not, like one more streaming day or so, and we actually might finish them. So, this is great. I want to let you know how I did on certain things, because it went pretty darn well yesterday. In addition, I have some updates, again, regarding DSP Throwback. The schedule this week may be skewed a little bit, because my editors are working on something, which I want to let you know. And of course, tonight we have an epic finale of the Heavy Rain Retro replay over there, which is going to be very fun. I hope you guys will join me for that on the late session. Just good stuff all around. But in general, I don't have a lot to talk about. Like, there's not a ton of game news going on right now to really cover or anything like that. We have one story today about Toys for Bob, an update on that. But outside of that, it's going to be a more chill session here on the show. So, you know, if we want to do some of the suggestion box, which we haven't done now in like a week, we can go over there and check that out and, you know, just kind of casually do it on the fly and see what happens, okay? Excuse me. So first of all, welcome, and I hope that all of you are having a good weekend. If you're here live, thanks for hanging out with me. If you're here watching on demand, thank you as well. You may not realize this, but this podcast, as of late, in the last month to 2 months, actually regularly gets more viewership than the gameplay videos I put out. Now,
yeah, because your gameplay's fucking shit and it's garbage. Guys, I am going to have to be right back. I'm going to keep playing this, okay? I don't want you guys fucking just watching a pause screen. Please, can you guys keep an eye on anything that happens in the card? I've got a couple of things I need to do right now. I've been swamped today, and so yeah, you guys are in charge. Please don't cheat. I'll be back in a few minutes, but there's a couple of things I've got to take care of, you know, in real life while the bingo's happening. So it is what it is. But yeah, guys, please, you know, listen for snorts and burps, not jazz as well, and I'll be back in a few minutes.
there's some exceptions. Like when I'm playing a brand new game for its first session, typically it gets more, but yeah, consistently, because I've been playing so many lengthy RPGs, you know, part 115 of Baldur's Gate 3 probably isn't going to get a lot of viewership, but the Level 1 podcast has consistent viewership every single day. And I also appreciate the fact that you guys come and support this channel on the podcast every day on the streams. I really appreciate that. There's been some days where like all of the support comes in during the podcast. I want to let you know how much that means to me, because without that, you know, this channel would flounder and fail, and it doesn't, because you guys hang out with me every day on the show, and I really, really, really appreciate that. So thank you everyone who's here and likes the podcast work. In fact, in the last couple of months, there were some random nights with really nothing to do because things kind of went wrong with the schedule, and we just did hangout sessions, and those did really well too, meaning viewership and support and everything was great, as opposed to me just doing another installment of the same RPG, you know, stream 47 of the RPG or whatever. So again, I do have to emphasize, right now we're in RPG overload, but we're really not going to be doing this often, nor if I can even help it. You know, Baldur's Gate 3 was kind of the exception to the rule. I knew getting into it how long it was and what that was going to do, and it absolutely, at 100%, everything I predicted came to fruition. Views on this channel, engagement on this channel, everything is down for the last 2 months as I've tried to push to finish these games, and they just never end, okay? The good news is the end is in sight. The light at the end of the tunnel is coming, and we can play new games very soon, okay? But for those of you who have been coming to the podcast, regardless of what I'm playing during the day, thank you so very much. You are basically like the core supporters of this channel. I know that. Like, you don't care what game I'm playing. You're just here to hang out and have a good time and support, and I really, really appreciate that. Thank you for coming by, all right? So now, let's talk. Let's do a quick recap of what happened on yesterday's streams. Baldur's Gate 3. Yesterday, I completed 2 of the big endgame quest lines that everyone says are a problem. Like, everyone says that this one particular boss fight is the hardest or second hardest in the game, depending on how hard of a time you have with the end of the game, and that this other optional dungeon quest line is the more frustrating one. Like everyone says it's the super frustrating thing of the game. Well, let me tell you how it went. First of all, the Ansur dungeon, meaning there's a quest line where you're trying to go underneath a secret area in Baldur's Gate, where supposedly there is a dragon sleeping that you can awaken, and the dragon will help you in the final fight against the Elder Brain. All right, now I don't want to spoil the finale of this plotline because it's quite interesting and actually has, which I didn't know, key lore to the world of Baldur's Gate 3. You find out some interesting key factoids about certain characters that otherwise may have gone completely unknown if you didn't do this quest line. I found it interesting that they hid this like actual lore in this one quest line, and you never would have known it otherwise. That's pretty wild. Anyway, finished the quest line, and after this really tense boss fight, where basically I won it by the skin of my teeth, no exaggeration, it was the absolute last second, last hit before I was obliterated and I won. I got ultimate loot, like a super duper good sword and a super duper good helmet that I put on Lae'zel. So now for the end game, she's like ultimate final form, seriously. So I'm very happy that I did that all in one try. It wasn't like I had to do multiple tries or anything like that. I got it on the first shot, and a lot of people were like, whoa, that's cool, because a lot of people have issue with this boss fight and have to redo it a few times, and I just immediately did it on the first shot, but it was very close. It was like down to this, super close, okay? So then after that, the only thing really left before I have to go fight Gortash, okay? Which is the last piece of the puzzle left before we go to the end game, the actual conclusion of the game. The only thing left is this place called the Iron Throne. It is an underwater prison, and from what I'm to understand, the prisoners in the prison are dependent on the plot and what you've done in the game. So for example, if you have encountered certain characters in the game, and if you have encountered or done certain side missions, those characters will actually show up as prisoners in the Iron Throne. If you didn't do that, like if you didn't thoroughly explore the game, there's actually less prisoners down there, but then of course there's less to do, and I don't know if there's more rewards if you actually, you know, have more people to save or whatever. I'm not sure. And unlike anything else in the game, besides maybe one other mission, it's timed, meaning as soon as you arrive at this underwater base or prison, you only have 6 turns to get your party in, rescue all the prisoners, and get out while also fighting enemies, okay? So you have to be your best self. You have to basically have movement gear equipped. You have to have haste spells cast. You have to basically do everything you possibly can to create more turns for yourself. You know, summon people to come help you and things like that. That's the whole idea. So I went in, and by the way, just so you guys know, and by the way, hello Cracker Jacks, because he tagged me, he says, how's it going? It's good to see you. Basically, I was getting anxiety about this mission. You may have noticed that I ran into the entry point of this mission many hours ago. I think it was around like the 110 hour mark, and here we are 20 hours later, and I'm finally getting around to do it. So why did I take so long? Because everyone gave me anxiety about it. Everyone basically told me that this particular quest is so difficult that most people are so annoyed and frustrated by it, they have to do it multiple times, that a lot of people just do it and end up half the prisoners die or get stuck, and it's very frustrating. They have to try to redo it again. Basically, people really give me anxiety about it. I was like, man, I just don't want to do it. Maybe I won't do it. First, I was of the opinion, maybe I won't do it, right? I won't do it at all. If it's really going to cause anxiety, then I really don't want to do it. Then I was like, all right, I'm going to do it, but I'm going to save it until the absolute last moment, so that way I'll have the best equipment, everything will be the best, so hopefully I'll be able to ace it, right? So, obviously, I don't want to completely spoil it, because again, this was another nail-biter. It was literally down to the last moment, the last turn. But I thought I had aced it, meaning I had my party split. I basically had my slower characters move in one direction. I had Karlach, who's like super duper crazy momentum. I had her go in another direction. And I had Lae'zel, who has multiple turns and bonus actions, go another direction. So 3 different directions to try to free all the prisoners in this underwater base. And people were trying to help me, of course, which was very useful. And I want to say, anyone who was there, thank you. They were giving me all these tips. They were like, yeah, definitely use your summons. Your summons will have extra turns. They'll be able to help you. You can use magic to hit the levers, and it opens the cells, so now the prisoners are free. I immediately noticed that one of the key prisoners actually had a, not a curse, but something else on him. I can't remember what it was considered. It wasn't a curse. It was something else. I think a charm. So I was able to cure the charm, heal him, and there were some problems. Like, for example, how dumb does this sound? Your friendly people are crowding a door, so you have to waste a turn because you can't walk out the door because your friendly people are standing in front of it and refuse to step aside for you to go through the door. I just wanted you to think about this. There's a crowd of your friends and allies in front of a doorway. It's not possible for you to say, hey, I need to get through that door. Please just scoot aside for half a second. How does that make any sense? But not in this game, because this game adheres to the strict D&D rules. If someone's in front of a door, it's as if there's a giant boulder there. They refuse to budge or move. It doesn't make any sense. It's really stupid. But what are you going to do? Okay? So, I basically had some issues there with, like, positioning. And then I had a little bit of confusion at the end. Because I couldn't, like for example, there was a character, I don't want to tell you too much if you haven't done this mission yet, but there's a character who has special stuff going on, like special abilities, and it's not clear at first, you know, what the abilities are or anything, and it's not clear how much movement they have. So I almost screwed myself because I was in the impression this character would be able to help like last turn, and then they couldn't move far enough, and I was like, oh shit, that's not good. And there was a couple things here or there that are a little weird. Like, enemies just keep infinitely spawning. It's like, geez, give me a break when, you know, how I'm supposed to plot my way out. The one thing that actually did annoy me So I did everything right, meaning I freed every prisoner. I kept every pathway clear. And it basically, we got down to the final turn, and we did get everyone on the sub, but I don't think so. And what I mean by that is the prisoners actually control themselves. You cannot control the prisoners, okay? Once they're freed, they have to make their way to the sub to get off of this underwater base. And you can't make them go any faster. There's nothing you can do. They just have to do it. All you can do is keep the path clear. I 100% did that. Never were they stuck in a doorway. Never were they like, oh, they're barred or enemy stopped them. They literally all ran straight for the ladders and straight to the sub. I think one of them didn't make it. And I'm like, so what did I do wrong? Like, everything I did seemed right, but I think one of them got stuck down there because they ran out of movement. Now, that's a problem that Larian needs to fix. I don't give the AI movement, and I don't control their movements. So maybe if they moved slightly more in one direction, running through the hallways, they would have had enough movement to escape. But I'm pretty sure one of them got stuck. I'm almost positive because I was counting the seats on the sub, and it seemed like there was one empty seat. And I'm like, that's not my fault. It wasn't someone that I was controlling. It's not something I could have helped. That was the AI's job.
Okay, I'm back. I am back. Sorry about that, guys. There are a few things I had to take care of there, which involved feeding my dog. You know, some dogs just don't want to wait to get fed, so it's like, alright, I'll feed you a wee bugger. And I got him fed, you know, he fucking wolfed it, didn't man? You know, he's fucking grown up so fucking fast, you know? So, yeah, and when fucking put him back out, they just popped in the garden just to, you know, it's just only, you know, it's like people raised a fucking pet before, you know what I mean? Especially with puppies, you know? It's like, alright, you've ate your food, let's fucking throw you out in the garden. Dear pish, dear shit, or whatever. But yeah, so what did I have? On the card, did Phil snort any more times since I've been gone? Misa says 6 million bucks this time. That's an interesting number indeed. Sokarifune says at least 6 snorts, leg slap, leaning band, pig spline. Are you talking about 6 additional snorts, or are we up to 6? I'll tick off the other things that you said there. So leg slap,
Burger.
You got leaning band as well. That's
Burger.
pretty good. Pig splining something. Okay.
Burger.
6 more on top of what we've got. So we're 1 away from a free space already. Impressive. Good stuff indeed. So, fantastic stuff indeed. Cheers for keeping an eye on things, guys. Let's continue on with the show.
To get on the sub after I freed it, and they didn't do it. And that's really stupid. Anyway, we're not sure. And the reason that we're not sure is because my stream literally ended as we all got on the sub and escaped, and then basically there was more, like one person wanted to talk to me, and then there was more going on, and I was like, well, I'm out of time. I can't do this now, right? So when we play again tomorrow, we'll follow up and we'll see. But basically, in one stream, I got the whole answer, dungeon, and quest line done, and the Iron Throne. Those were the last 2 holdouts. Now, the only thing left to do is to go into the Steel Watch Foundry and disable all the robots, to fight Gortash and take him out, and then the endgame. So that's it. Now, how long will it take for that? I would assume we could probably do the Steel Foundry and the Gortash thing in one stream. That would be my guess. And then endgame, I don't know. But everyone says endgame is very lengthy in this. Like, you go to the final area, and I guess there's a lot going on. I don't know if it's all just one fight, or if there's more than that going on, but apparently it's very, very time-consuming. So, we'll see. But we are on pace to finish the game this week, or, if not, then probably very early on next week, we'll wrap it up, okay? No, see, Cracker Tech says, did you get the trophy? I don't know when you get the trophy. We were on the sub, we drove away, and then we're still on the sub. We haven't even gotten off the sub yet. And everyone, like, someone wanted to talk, and that's when I saved the game. And we're going to resume that tomorrow. So I don't know if you're supposed to get the trophy when you're on the sub, when you're off the sub. I have no idea. So, I don't know. Okay. So, that is Baldur's Gate 3. Now, last night, in Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, things also went very, very well. And what I mean by that is we finished up Chapter 12, which was a big boss fight finale. And then we head into Chapter 13. We're back to Hawaii with Kasuga's group. And we had to run across the entire map of Hawaii while there were enemies everywhere. And you just kept getting attacked from every direction. So it's basically like a giant combat gauntlet, okay? While we were doing that, 2 of my characters maxed out their jobs. So I think Tomi maxed the Samurai class, and Shitose maxed the Tennis class. So then we swapped. So now Tomi went back to being a fire dancer, and Shitose went back to being the housekeeper, which were jobs they were doing earlier in the playthrough. But I figured we'll go back to them now. And then there was a big plot twist. You get a new character. In Chapter 13 of 14, you unlock a new character that you can use in combat. And I was like, I guess I'll use him. So I put him in the party, and I don't want to spoil who it is, but I put him in the party to replace Tomi. And he has a default class that's completely unique. So I just left it at that, and I spent all the money that I had. I went and I bought the highest level weapons you could get for those particular classes. And then we were going to advance the plot, but I realized we only had like 15, 20 minutes left. So I said, instead of that, why don't we go back to the optional dungeon? And why don't we start the second level of the optional dungeon? Because we're going to need to grind. Basically, I started yesterday's stream. The Kiryu team in Japan was like level 42, 43. Okay? When it swapped back to Hawaii, they were only level 38. And I was like, oh, that's like a 5-level difference. That's huge. You know, and over the course of the night, we leveled up a little bit more, but we were only at like level 40, 41. I said, well, let's just do the dungeon. So we went in there and we beat half of it, half of the level 2 dungeon. And now we're at like level 42. I was like, okay, so this is good progress. And so now we're debating when I play it again Monday night. First of all, I'll definitely finish the second half of the level 2 dungeon, but I don't know if we should do the level 3. I think we could do the level 3, but it's probably gonna be very time consuming. But at the same time, it's gonna grind my party to the point where they'll probably coast through the end game now. Like, we don't have to worry about the fights being too hard or anything. We'll just be able to beat everything and just cruise through the story. So it may make sense to do like a whole stream of dungeon grinding just to prepare the Hawaii team for the end of the game so we can have smooth moving for the rest of the game. We'll see. But it was a great stream, again, with great progress. I was very happy for the progress that we made. It keeps it moving. It's making everything go great. So, excellent. All right. Right now, I would argue, if things keep going the way they're going, we're kind of on pace to finish both games either by Wednesday or Friday. Because if we don't beat it Wednesday, I'm going to play them again Friday. And I'm thinking then if we beat them Friday, that's perfect. Because then the rest of the week, we can focus on Dragon's Dogma. And maybe bring back another game. Like I said, maybe we could have Final Fantasy as a late night stream. Maybe we could try Battlefront again, because apparently they've patched it and it works much better now. I could also start scheduling co-op streams with my wife, because we're going to start Beyond Two Souls co-op, and I'm dying to do that. And also, of course, we could say, what's the other game that we want to play? Do we want to do Alone in the Dark? Do we want to, you know, do something different? We can figure that out. So, good stuff. Good progress. On pace. We're doing well. And I hope that you guys will, I hope that you guys will continue record what happened. Get the hell out of here. Just so you guys know, I have my Xbox on for today's react shows. And what happens is on Xbox, when you don't press a button for an extended period of time, this pop-up occurs. And the pop-up is supposed to be representative of like achievements in whatever game you're in that you didn't get yet. But if you're in an app, like I was in the YouTube app, it just pops up this screen that shows like a controller, and it's like super blue. And not only is it hurting my eyes, but it showed up, I looked more blue on the show because the blue light was coming and hitting me. I'm like, well, I don't want that. Anyway, so now I went back to the dashboard. Hopefully it won't happen. Yeah, we are on pace. I cannot wait to play new games next week. We'll see what happens, but let's see how long it takes us to finish these games. Okay, cool. So yesterday went well. Like, I actually was happy with the progress we had yesterday. And I just want to say this: if you're someone who liked Dragon's Dogma 2 on Friday and you're upset we're not playing it right now, I'm with you. I agree with you. This is kind of a necessary thing. We have to finish these games. That way they're out of the way. We can focus on the new stuff like Dragon's Dogma 2, and we don't have distractions where we have to stop playing for extended periods of time to play these other games that have been going for 4 or 5 months. Okay.
Anybody care what this guy thinks?
No!
But we want to finish them. Fair enough. Okay. Excellent. Now, let's quickly go over the schedule for the rest of the week. And then, like I said, I really don't have much to talk about. One news story today. And then after that, we will probably maybe do some suggestion box and then Q&A and all that. All right. More chill day today. Not a lot going on.
Burger.
So, okay. So one brief update in regards to DSP Throwback, and then we'll do the schedule. So as I told you guys yesterday, we have come to the decision that once Red Dead Redemption is completed, which it almost is. In fact, the next part, I believe, is the part where you have the showdown with Dutch, and then it goes into the epilogue, which is a few parts, and then you're done. So yeah, this game will be done within a week or 2 tops. Okay. The editors were interested in getting a little head start on Fallout 3. I announced this yesterday, that Fallout 3 is going to be our next playthrough on DSP Throwback. So if you've enjoyed my Fallout content over the years, if you ever saw the original Fallout 3 playthrough, well, get ready for an upgrade, because this playthrough is going to be significantly improved now. Okay, number one, we're going to take those very short videos that are like 7 to 10 minutes long, combine them into 30-minute parts. Number two, you're going to have proper thumbnails, proper titles, and a proper playlist. It's going to be very easy to follow and know what's in each part now. Number three, the video that used to be a 4:3 aspect ratio, a square, with a curved screen, is now actually going to be stretched out to the proper widescreen aspect ratio, and it's going to be upscaled to HD. Okay? Now, on top of that, some of the other things we have in store and hope we can do is the resolution upscaling and the frame rate upscaling like we did with Final Fantasy 13 and Red Dead, but also the scrubbing of audio. And what I mean by that is trying to scrub the audio of the game so the music, the copywritten music that always gave this playthrough problems on YouTube, will basically be clean. So now you'll be able to listen to the whole playthrough and you won't hear the music, and it won't be blocked, and it won't be, you know, taken down for the soundtrack. Because how dumb is it that they licensed this music to be specifically in the game, but then you play the game on YouTube and YouTube mutes and blocks your videos?
I guess they made the game for gamers to enjoy it without fucking having to worry about YouTube being a fucking factor. Like, it's almost like they try to give gamers as entertaining a product as possible without having to worry about every single gamer trying to put that fucking content on YouTube.
And it's always been a problem. I remember specifically when this happened, it was around 2012. I was on a vacation. Okay, it was either 2012 or 2013. I'm on a vacation, and I was actually playing a Fallout game. And I had queued up a ton of extra videos that were going to go live while I was on vacation. I had scheduled them out and everything, so there'd be new parts every day, even though I wasn't there making them live. I played all this extra gameplay early, and I spaced it out over the week. I start getting messages while I'm like in my hotel room on vacation. Are you aware that your videos aren't showing up? Or people are clicking on them and saying video unavailable. And I was like, well, why? And I went and checked. YouTube was literally blocking every single video for music. I was like, are you kidding me?
Who fucking cares?
I couldn't believe it. I was like, this is bullshit. You know? And this is when YouTube started with that. It was like about 12 years ago when YouTube started this whole content scanning, blocking bullshit on YouTube. So I know this is a problem with Fallout, and a lot of people have said over the years in their territories they can't watch the playthrough anymore. Certain parts are blocked because of the music. So that's the point. We want to wipe that. Okay? By the way, BoboX, very skeptical. He says, stretching a 4:3 aspect ratio into 16:9 never looks good. You're literally warping the picture. You should absolutely not do it. From the previews I've seen, it looks good. I haven't seen a full video yet. You know, it's being worked on right now. This is the point I'm making is the editors wanted to get a head start on it to see how well it would look and how, you know, so we have expectations. We want to have tempered expectations. We don't want to be like, oh, this is going to look like it's pure direct capture, 1080p gorgeous. It might not, right? Keep in mind, this camera I used to use was a 4x3's 480p camera, and the 480p wasn't even good 480p. It was blurry. But because of the levels of technology being used, you know, take a look at the crispness of Final Fantasy 13 and Red Dead in certain parts. You realize those original playthroughs look like peach fuzz, right? It looks like super blurry. And the technology really fixed it up nicely. It's just a lot of work. And so with Fallout 3, it's kind of the same. Like, we might actually get these videos to look quite good, but it might take a lot of work. And the thing is, people have been asking for Fallout 3. They're like, that's one of the big synonymous playthroughs you used to do that was synonymous with your greatness on YouTube back in the day. The entire quest where you were confused, didn't know what to do, and you wandered around when you got...
What was that bullshit fucking, like, word in there? Synonymous with your greatness back in the fucking day. He said that with a straight fucking face. Synonymous with your greatness back in the fucking day. He cannot let go of the fucking past. As much as he tries to fucking tell his audience, I'm a changed person, I don't be sexist or homophobic or racist anymore, he can't help but fucking cling on to those glory fucking days and remember how much easier life used to fucking be for him, because all he could fucking have, it is like so much minimum effort back in the fucking day, drunkenly playing fucking games, uploading them and getting a shit ton of money for it. Yeah, Phil, you lucked out massively. And then your luck ran out, and you couldn't fucking accept that.
Drunk during the playthrough, and you're slurring your words, and you accidentally walk into a town and start shooting NPCs, and, you know. So, there you go. By the way, Nick says, scrubbing the audio is worse for everyone but you. Nick, what is better? Being able to watch the playthrough or having a blocked video? What a stupid thing to say. It's not better for me. You want to listen to and watch the video, correct? You don't want to sit there with a muted video or a video that says not available in your territory, do you? I didn't make the music rules on YouTube, okay? So, wake the fuck up. What a dumb thing to say in my chat. How is it better for me? My original playthrough is already live. What are you talking about? Boy, you're dumb. Anyway. So, the work has begun, and because of that, FYI, this week, there may be a couple days when there's not new videos on DSP Throwback in regards to the ongoing playthroughs of Red Dead and Final Fantasy 13, okay? So I don't know exactly, you know, what's going to happen. I don't know how many. We may have a few days where there's nothing. That's okay. You know, it's a goal to hit to try to say, hey, can we have a new video a day? It's not a requirement. It's just something that's been going really consistently well over the course of the last few months. But if we have a few days now where this work is being put into trying to figure out how can we improve Fallout 3 and make it viable, it's okay if we have a couple days where we don't have a new video, okay? We'll see how it happens. I know for a fact we have a new video going live tomorrow of Red Dead because we're heading into the end game of Red Dead. But outside of that, you know, I'm not sure how else it'll be affected. Likely there'll be a couple days probably with no video as the Fallout 3 is worked on, okay? But I'm excited to see how it actually turns out. I want to see how this video looks once it's full widescreen, upscaled, possibly new frame rate, rubbed audio. You know, it should be pretty good. I'm very excited to see, but I don't know. We gotta, you know, tempered expectations. I'm not expecting this thing to look like a direct capture, crazy, you know, special edition playthrough. I just want it to be functional, you know? So, here's the thing. Once we get that test done, and we see what's viable and what's not, then the template can kind of be created to make the whole playthrough. And then once Red Dead's over, then it could consistently be Fallout and Final Fantasy 13 alternating on that channel until Final Fantasy 13 finishes in a month or two. It'll probably be about a month. And then we can do a new project. What will it be? Don't know. Maybe we'll do LA Noire, which is the other playthrough that's kind of really missing from the internet right now. Okay? Anyway, good stuff, right? Like, I'm excited for this. I can't wait to see how part 1 of Fallout 3 turns out. But, you know, we're going to give some time, let it cook a little bit, and then see what pops out there. And go from there. So, anyway, that's what's going on. And, of course, people have also said, will you ever react to Fallout 3? And I'm like, I would love to react to my original Fallout 3 playthrough, but the music, again, one thing that we've learned over the years, is that now that if I react to something that has any copywritten audio in it, YouTube blocks the stream after 3 minutes. If you do like 60 seconds of copywritten content and YouTube auto detects it, it literally gives me a giant warning on my dashboard. You are streaming copywritten content. Stop now or we will shut down your stream. It's like, whoa. And sometimes I don't notice it, and then the stream gets shut down for like 3-4 minutes, and I have to wait for it to clear. Obviously, what's the point of streaming if the stream gets shut down, right? So that's why we have to try to scrub these videos before I can even think of reacting to them, all right? So, Turtle Dude says it's bullshit. YouTube blocks entire videos just for music, especially since a lot of the music in Fallout's from like the 1930s. Oh, it's constant. It's constant. Like, Slayer has me do private react videos for him, and a lot of them are K-pop. It's completely random if YouTube decides to claim, block, mute, like it does whatever it wants. You'll get in one video, it'll say, okay, just got claimed, so any revenue on this will go to the owners. Fine, I don't care about that. I could give two shits about that. That's perfectly fine. If you want to claim and give ad revenue to someone else, go for it, right? But half the time it's like, this video cannot be watched only in these territories, and it'll list like, 40 countries across the world, and it's random. Sometimes it's the US, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's Singapore, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's Japan, sometimes it's this. The rights for this stuff is crazy, stupidly convoluted. And to be quite frank, I don't think YouTube even knows what they're doing. They probably just have a fucking checklist of bullshit they don't understand, and the AI just patches the checklist and just, They don't really know who owns what. They don't care. As long as they have this in place, they can't get sued for it, and that's all they care about. So it really is dumb that his song's playing and a whole video is completely invisible. Like, that's happened. I'll make an hour-long video for Slayer, completely.
Hold on. Did he just say, there's no way he just said invisible? There is no way in hell this idiot just said invisible. Me fail English? That's impossible.
His song's playing and a whole video is completely invisible. Like, that's happened. I'll make an hour-long video for Slayer, completely blocked, can't, so then I gotta like upload it to a file sharing site so he can download it and watch it rather than just watch it off of YouTube. It's really stupid. Kenny says, if I tried to listen to J-pop, admittedly no, the only exposure I have to these pop bands internationally is from like these private react requests. So I've done a bunch of K-pop because that's what Slayer asked for. No one's ever asked for J-pop, so I've never seen it. Okay, so anyway, let's get back to the schedule. Today's React Day. After this podcast ends, we're all going to collectively head over to DSP React, and we're going to do DSP versus the internet, episode 57. I want to say it's episode 57 this week. A variety of stuff was submitted, so we'll see what we get to today. Pretty interesting variety of content that we'll be watching today on the show. Keep in mind, it's the channel members over there that submit those videos. So if you're a submissions level member, your video will get put into a randomized playlist. We just hit random and watch them in random order. But if you're an ultra member, we're guaranteed to watch one of your videos a week, and that lasts for a month. So thank you to those who support that channel via the memberships. Likely that's the only revenue I get on that channel. Most of those videos always get claimed, so I get no ad revenue on them whatsoever. And of course, if you support that channel through the stream when I'm streaming over there, that also helps, super chats and memberships and stuff then. So thanks in advance. And, I like doing that once a week. It's good variety. And then tonight on the late stream, this is exciting. After 6 weeks of fun reacting with all of you, tonight on DSP Throwback is the conclusion of Heavy Rain, my original playthrough from 2010. It's been a wild ride to see the style of commentary I used to do, to see the choices that I made back in the day in that playthrough. I'll be honest, I didn't really remember all of them. I've done many playthroughs of that game. I did the original and alternate choices run. Years later, it came out on a modern console. I played it again. So it's hard to keep track in your head of what you did in which run, and I didn't realize, what I had actually done in this playthrough. So I'm excited for tonight to see exactly the conclusion of my first ever run, and then my final thoughts, because I actually did a final thoughts video after having beaten the game. So I'm curious to see what all that is. And obviously, you guys have been an amazing audience. There's always been a great crowd for those late night retro react streams on DSP Throwback for the last 6 weeks. So obviously, if you can make it tonight, be there for the live show. And if not, don't worry. The videos will go live over the course of the week. But obviously, I'm excited to bring you the conclusion. And then 2 epic things. Number 1, I'll be gifting some memberships to that channel tonight because I have free memberships to gift that YouTube gives you every month. That's number 1. Number 2, I'm actually going to set up the poll on which people will vote on the next retro react. And the options will be...
You can't call these 2 epic fucking things. The first epic thing, I'm doing something which is not cost me a single penny. The second epic thing, I'm going to make a poll. Like, wow. Are you going to fucking have us watch paint dry in a live stream soon?
Continuing Dark Souls 1, of which we've only done 1 stream of so far, so we'll continue right where we left off at the Taurus boss. Is it Taurin boss? Taurus boss? Whatever it is. That's where we'll continue from. Number 2, Bully, the original run from 2013. If you remember, that was the playthrough that started on camera and then more than halfway through became direct capture. That was when I adopted direct capture. Number 3, Bioshock 1 from 2009. One of my oldest playthroughs ever that I did a full playthrough of, and it's really old school in that regard. And then number 4, and certainly not least, the original Mass Effect 1 run. That's right, the one that became epic for thugs on the floor and other memes. That run, okay? So that poll will go live tonight while we're all finishing up Heavy Rain together on Retro React. So if you can make it tonight, please be there for the epic finale. That's 6:45 p.m. Pacific time over on the DSP Throwback channel. Okay, cool. Then on Monday, we get back to regular gameplay, and this week is very simple. Baldur's Gate 3 on the daytime streams, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth on the night streams. We're trying to finish both games. My goal is to try to finish them as soon as I can. Let's see what happens. If we can finish them by the end of the week, superb, right? If best case scenario, we finish them on Friday. I'd be very happy with that. And then we can move forward with all the new games starting Saturday into the new month, right? I'd be very satisfied if that's how it went. So let's see if that's how it goes and go from there. Okay? Excellent. All right. So outside of all of that, you know, anything else going on? Not particularly. I mean, the next big thing is my birthday. That's April 6th. That's a marathon. So 2 weeks from yesterday, on April 6th, it's going to be a marathon here on DSP Gaming. We're going to have food as I order food, and we're going to have a Feasting with Phil episode. There's going to be some booze. I'll probably get some liquor to have during the course of the day. There's going to be cake. My wife's going to make me a birthday cake that I'm going to eat live. We're going to do a gaming schedule update where we're going to go through all of the gaming schedule for the rest of the year. We're going to lay out the dates of all the releases I'm interested in playing, and then we're going to take a look at that calendar and try to figure out where are the gaps in the schedule that I could do other games and projects. Perhaps games I've missed out on, we could squeeze in there and, you know, schedule in. Okay? And then the other idea we had, we could bring back Tier Maker for the first time in ages. I haven't done a Tier Maker now in many, many months. And one of the ideas that's been brought up is ranking Super Mario Brothers games. Now, that could be a daunting task because there's been so many Super Mario games over the years. It could be hard to determine, you know, the rankings. There's a few of them I haven't played, but I've played most of them. The problem will probably be for me trying to remember some of the ones from the last, like, 10 years. Like, for example, if you were to ask me, what's better? New Super Mario Brothers, New Super Mario Brothers Wii, New Super Mario Brothers Wii U? I'd be like, what's the difference? I don't even remember. Because, you know, there was this time period where they were pumping out so many Mario games of the same style that I can't even discern between them. You know what I mean? I can't even remember. But we don't have to do Mario. That's one thing we can do. My question to you is, what Tier Maker would you like to see me do during my birthday? All right? Is Mario the best idea? Or do you have other ideas? Would you like to see me rank anything in pop culture? Would you like to see me rank food? What would you like to see me do? One of the ones that I was interested in is doing like ranking candy or candy bars or something. I don't know why. I just always thought it would be something interesting because everyone disagrees on that, right? Everyone's like, oh, this candy's better than that candy or whatever. So I don't know. I'm just saying. Think about it, and let's try to determine in the next couple of weeks what should the Tier Maker do that we do during that event. Now, outside of that, what else we do during that day is up to you guys. You know, maybe we could do some multiplayer. Would you like to see me try Battlefront? Maybe we will have played it again before then to see if it's fixed. Maybe do some Battlefront gameplay. Would you like to see me maybe just for on a whim go back into a game like Street Fighter? You know, just do some casual play Street Fighter 6 or something like that and go from there. I don't know. You know, we'll have to see. So think about what you want to do during that day, and you know, we'll try to determine what it is. All right. One thing that someone said, oh, do the epilogue of Baldur's Gate 3. Oh no, we're gonna be done with Baldur's Gate 3 by my birthday. Trust me on this. Mark my words. We'll be done with Baldur's Gate 3 by April 6th. We're not fucking playing it on that day. I'll be completely done with the game at that point. Okay. Okay. So that's that, ladies and gentlemen. We have one news story for today, so I might as well go to the news desk, even though it's not a big one. So you may have remembered something that I've been talking about over the last couple of years that culminated recently with some really bad news, but now we have some good news, okay? There's a game company, a developer, called Toys for Bob. This is a company that years ago made the remasters of games like the Spyro trilogy and the Crash Bandicoot trilogy. They did so well that it actually led to them making an entire...
Wait. What was that second game?
Of games like the Spyro trilogy and the Crash Bandicoot trilogy. They did so well that it actually led to them making an entire...
I thought I butchered that word, my bad. I thought I said it wrong, but I think I'm just mishearing things. You know what it feels like with this fucking butchering of fucking words. Also, fucking check out the fucking pearly lights on this bad boy. Is it the webcam that makes his teeth look so goddamn yellow? I don't know.
Entirely new Crash Bandicoot game, Crash Bandicoot 4, okay? All of these games did well. Every one of them sold well. And not that they were blockbuster, you know, oh my god, you know, best-selling games of the year or anything like that, but they all made money, okay? Now, Toys for Bob is owned by Activision Blizzard. Activision Blizzard decided in all of their wisdom that after their hit sales of these remastered trilogies and Crash 4, that this dev team should now be repurposed to make content for Call of Duty games. I wish that was a bad joke, but instead it was harsh reality, that Activision cared more about pumping out like DLC content and skins for Call of Duty than they actually did pumping out good games. So this entire studio for 2-3 years was repurposed to just make junk, okay?
Who fucking cares?
Then all of a sudden, about a month and a half ago, it was announced after the acquisition of Activision Blizzard by Microsoft that Activision was laying off more than half the staff of Toys for Bob. What the hell? Let me get this straight. They make a bunch of great games that sell well, You then tell them, don't make any more of those, make Call of Duty content, and then you lay them off afterwards? What kind of business strategy is this exactly? Right? Again, we look at these and we're like, the people in charge have no fucking clue how to run their companies and don't even understand gaming. You just had to make more fucking games in that style. They would have been making money for your company. Instead, you have them making junk and you wonder why it's not productive and then you lay them off. You're assholes. You want to know who should have been laid off? The management. You don't lay off the people who are doing the good work for you. You get your fucking shit canned. You get the boot to your ass, clear your desk out, sit there on the curb with a cardboard box full of your junk because you're an idiot. Okay? So anyway, the good news is two things. It was announced just recently. Toys for Bob struck a deal with Microsoft to go independent. They split from Activision Blizzard, which is owned by Microsoft now, and said, we're going to go do our own thing. And it worked, and they're now independent again. So rumor has it, perhaps they're going to hire back a lot of the employees that got laid off to begin with. And then the good news, this news just came out this morning. Toys for Bob has officially struck a deal with Microsoft to make an original game under their umbrella and their own style. It will not be a fucking Call of Duty bullshit DLC. You know, it's not going to be Crash. It's not going to be Spyro because those properties are owned by Activision Blizzard. It's going to be their own game. They're going to make an original game under their umbrella with Microsoft's backing. That's great news. That's incredibly good news because this is a very talented group of game developers who deserve to make good games, not to be shoved under the rug or anything like that. Now, what will the game be? We don't know. We have no idea what it's going to be yet. Will it be like Spyro or Crash, or will it be its own original outing, something completely unique? We have no idea. I'll be honest with you. If it plays like Crash or Spyro, I'd be happy with it. Those games are great. Yeah, they're casualized in a lot of cases, like Spyro. Some of them aren't that hard, but they're fun experiences. We don't...
But hold the fuck on, Phil. Aren't you the same person that always complains about fucking games not trying to do something fucking new and exciting? And fucking... You all seem to bitch and moan and whine about some games copying aspects of other games. Why would this company get a free pass to basically try and do something which is in the spirit of Crash Bandicoot or Spyro the Dragon instead of coming up with something brand new, you know, and creative? No, there's nothing obviously wrong with fucking games like Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. I fucking played those games originally when they came out, so fucking years and years ago. And but Phil always complains about the lack of originality in fucking modern gaming. And all of a sudden he's like, oh, I'd love it if they copy this shit.
Don't really have consistent platforming style stuff anymore, right? Like when you really think about it, how often do you see platforming games and stuff like that? Not often anymore. It's a kind of a forgotten genre. So to have a company that may be focusing on this, I'm happy for that. And I'm happy for them because really they were all at their lowest and it looks like they found a way to rally and come back. And this is what I wish for every company, like BioWare right now. I feel so bad for because they were at the top of the world making games like Knights of the Old Republic and Mass Effect and Dragon Age. And then all of a sudden they're told, drop everything you're doing and make Anthem. And they told them, we don't want to make Anthem. This is too much like Destiny. This is not going to work. The management told them to do it anyway. This is EA management, who's the parent company, right? They make Anthem. It's a piece of dog shit. It flops, right? So now they go back. Now look at how behind they are. I think their next game will be the new Dragon Age game. But even then, when is it coming out? It's been in development for like a decade. Where the hell is it? Right? Is it going to be good and live up to expectations? And then after that, they are already working on a new Mass Effect. But Andromeda was such a flop. They're hoping to revive the series. But what's going to happen, right? It's very frustrating when you see these companies that have had great track records flounder because of bad management decisions. So I wish Toys for Bob the best. I'm very excited to hear news about whatever game they're working on whenever they're ready to announce it. But this is great for the industry in general. This is great news. So, okay, that is the one news story that I had for today, guys. What I'd like to do is, should we do some suggestion box, or we have at least one shout out to do today. And by the way, Skiznalit is saying, is there problems with the stream? I'm not seeing any. When you said that, I took a look. I have 0 drop frames. I have a solid green connection. We have a steady viewership. I'm not seeing any issues. So if you are having issues, I'm sorry. It may be a local server there, because sometimes YouTube has these more localized servers where you live. It could be that their server where you live is screwed up. I'm not sure what's going on there. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh. Man, sorry. Bunch of disgusting belches. Okay.
Anybody care what this guy thinks?
No!
Excuse me. Okay. You confirmed it was him. Where is the suggestion box? Let me find it.
Oh god, this is gonna be painful, isn't it? This is gonna suck.
Oh, crud. Well, that's not good. Basically, the suggestion box reset. So I have to go back and try to find where we had left off, because I don't know where we left off. Let's see. I'm trying to find where we were.
Fuck you, Phil.
Okay, here's the OP Boon one that we had read about gaming news. Okay. Fuck you and your friends. Okay. By the way, I'm gonna start summarizing the suggestions in some cases because people just kind of say giant bloated paragraphs that just say the same thing. So, for example, add chapters to the pre-stream podcast. If I want to see you talk about something, I don't want to skim through it back and forth till I find it. We try that. For example, we try to use the AI timestamps, and then they get put into the comments. And then sometimes my editors go back and put those into the actual description of the video. So that's something that I think has been implemented. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's already been implemented. So thank you for that suggestion. Remove bloat from the podcast. Shorten recap segments. Shorten day off segments. Shorten talking about your schedule. So just shorten everything. Make it not a podcast is what you're saying. The whole point of a podcast is to have topics to talk about. You don't like the topics, just shorten all of them. Okay. Let's see here. Someone else mentioned this. Take more advantage of your mini PC. There are lots and lots of free or cheap indie games that would be fun to jump around in every once in a while. This one I 100% agree with. I have that mini PC. It's literally sitting there collecting dust. Hell, since I played Chrono Trigger in the fall, and then we played that horror game, Phantasmophobia or whatever, at Christmas, and then I haven't used it. Why? RPG overload. Like, that's why. And I agree with this person 100%. That is a squandered resource. There's a lot of stuff on PC that I know we could be playing, whether it's Fightcade, whether it's indie games, whatever it is. I know we could have more variety with that. The problem is I'm so busy with the fucking games that are too long, I can't use it. My strategy is I want to implement that this year. You know, once we get to a point where we're like, oh, what should a night stream be? Fuck it, turn on the mini PC. Let's see what indie games are on there. Let's play some old school fighting games with Fightcade. That's the point. I want that to happen, but we haven't even gotten close yet because I'm too inundated with too many fucking long games. So I promise you, we will do that this year when it gets to the point we can do it. I just need the time. The problem right now, for me, is I'm in demand doing a million things, and there's not enough time to do them all. Thank you for the suggestions. Okay. Let's see here. Here we go again. Cut your podcast to only 30 minutes. So the podcast will literally be what then? Just a new segment and that's it? Again, I keep telling you guys the point of the podcast is to get all of these topics out of the way. So
you have had repeated people tell you your podcast is too long. You have several people telling you the same thing over and over again, that the podcast is too long, there's too much bloat in it, it's fucking too boring, just fucking shorten it, be more concise with the points you're trying to fucking make, and you're dismissing them all as if I don't know what they're fucking talking about, Phil. When so many people are saying the same goddamn thing over and over, they might be trying to tell you something there about what to do with your content. Ah, fuck, it's fucking frozen. Now I spam the Scottish soundboard until it plays.
Is there nothing on the internet that I won't masturbate to?
Oh, go on, dirty talk pish!
Scotland forever! Fuck's sake, Jesus! Christ! I mean, it's terrible. All this hands are all over the place. You're like a sweaty octopus trying to unhook a bra.
we can focus on them. Imagine if I go to boot up a game and literally the first 45 minutes is everyone bombarding me with questions. Are you going to do this? What do you think about this news story that just happened? What about this here? You know, what's going on here? Then I can't play the game. The whole point of the podcast is to get that out of the way. Cutting the podcast down to 30 minutes makes no sense. All evidence leans towards the podcast is doing better than the gameplay. Why would I cut down the podcast? Stop suggesting the same thing over and over when it makes no logical sense. Then maybe I'll take your suggestions a little bit more seriously, right? Okay. Here's a great one. My genuine advice is to consider an exit strategy. Okay, here's my exit strategy, okay? I'm going to click on your name, and I'm going to hide this user from my channel. There's my exit strategy.
Holy shit. Phil. Holy shit, that's so fucking toxic. An exit strategy. Yeah, in case all your fucking eggs in this YouTube basket don't fucking, stay intact. This is your one fucking whale merry fucking, shot at fucking staying alive, essentially. And this person is telling you, have a good, solid backup plan in place. And Phil's like, okay, I don't want to see this person anymore. Remind me of the harsh reality of what life will be like. I'm going to hide this user from my fucking channel. What a fucking cunt. Holy crap. I need one more time. I want to see that one more goddamn time.
Right? Okay. Here's a great one. My genuine advice is to consider an exit strategy. Okay, here's my exit strategy, okay? I'm going to click on your name, and I'm going to hide this user from my channel. There's my exit strategy. I exited from having to read your stupid comments. Okay, let's continue. I exited very fast. I didn't waste any time on that one. Okay, let's continue. I just gotta find where we were. See, now this one, I don't know if this is true or not. I would like your guys' opinion on this. You ready? Your capture card has audible white noise on constantly. When you mute your mic but the capture card is active on a silent screen, like the slideshow without music playing, there's a lot of noise that is obvious when you wear headphones. You should be able to see this in OBS audio meter. All right, you ready?
So now, when you start reading them, you start looking at it, and it doesn't make any sense why he's even texting.
I see it in mine.
So what I'm seeing, because the white noise, by the way, is not coming from the microphone.
If the guy was, like, if he's been drinking...
I'm seeing that there is some kind of a noise coming out of the capture device. I'm going to be completely silent. I'm going to open the chat because I want to see what you guys have to say about this. All right. So I'm going to be completely silent right now, and I'm going to be silent for like 20 seconds. And I want you guys to tell me what you hear. Okay, ready? We're going to start in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so let me tell you guys what I see in my end from OBS. I have my audio mixer showing all these different kind of things like the bingo board, the Google Chrome, Discord, the marbles game, the microphone, the stream deck as well. And the Chrome has constantly got a noise. The Chrome right now has noise.
Did you guys hear
constantly.
anything? Nada. I heard nothing.
That was more than 20 fucking seconds. And I wasn't 20 seconds, Phil. I wasn't 20 seconds. Put it this way, because I have Chrome as a separate audio mixer on my OBS, and when Phil stops talking, it has a constant noise. The only way to stop that, obviously, is to pause Phil's stream and then there's no more fucking noise. So yeah. And Phil can see it himself. He has confirmed he can see it himself. Now, I personally don't hear anything myself personally. At least it's not something I'm picking up on. But then again, I don't know. There is a strange noise apparently though, and it's definitely something there, which OBS is picking up, and it's not just my OBS. It's not just other detractors' OBS. Phil has confirmed himself there is something getting picked up, but Phil won't care about this because nobody can hear it apparently, or most people can't really seem to fucking hear it, even though there's definitely something there.
Okay. Did you guys hear anything? Nada. I heard nothing. I don't hear anything. I hear nothing. There is a bit of white noise, a very slight white noise, subtle, but it's there. Okay. So I guess my question would be, if there is a very small white noise, how can we stop it? I could put an audio filter on the capture device, just like I put audio filters on this microphone, but I'm not exactly sure that would, I don't know if it would fix it. I don't know how. Here's the problem. If I put audio filters on the game audio, there's potential that now some game audio will be dropped. And obviously that's the opposite of what we want. You don't want to have game audio drop. Is there a solution around that little white noise?
Get a new capture card?
Dentronic says hardly noticeable, if at all. Some people just say they can't hear it at all. If it's audible, I don't hear it. I have Dolby Atmos headphones too, says Cheetah Man. You know, maybe it was the mic. Because remember, these are suggestions for like a month ago. Maybe it was the mic, and maybe not putting the filters on the mic has fixed the problem.
Nah, Phil, you confirmed the problem yourself, remember? You said you could see it as well on your own OBS, that something was getting picked up on, like, a minute ago. So this is copium. This is a sheer fucking desperation copium. Fucking pretending that, the problem's all fucking gone. Nah, it's not.
So most people are saying, don't bother. I wouldn't worry about it. Okay, fair enough. Thank you. That was from a Jessica. Thank you for suggesting that. I mean, again, I don't know until we test stuff. And,
of course, this fucking solution is to do absolutely fucking nothing.
I don't know what else we can do to fix that. My issue with your podcast is recapping the previous day and talking about the schedule. Already explained, so I was blue in the face why that's necessary. It's not changing. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I want to address the back and forth pull from viewers over whether you should do more gaming content versus more interactive non-gaming content. It seems there's no consensus can be reached. Everyone has their own preference. While it's true, hosts wanting more gameplay might outnumber those asking for other types of content, I would like to point out the value in catering to the dedicated group of fans that follow your more personalized and interactive content. It's my interpretation that due to your long 15-year legacy of mostly being a gamer, you have a larger contingent of people who want to see gaming. However, excuse me, due to the diverse amount of games out there, there isn't really one type of game that will satisfy all gamers across the board. When discussing non-gaming topics such as reactions, gaming news, Q&A, storytime, narrative, etc., these may have less demand from your full-time audience, but typically the ones who show up tend to stay engaged and focused during those kinds of events. These interactions offer something unique which cannot be replicated through typical gaming videos. The reason why I think there is more demand for gaming content when you request feedback is because there are many voices that share a desire for more gaming, but they don't all participate equally when it comes to the gaming streams. This skews the data towards gaming demand. Due to the diverse amount of games out there, and your audience's preference for various games, there is no one game that you can play that will unify all the more gaming crowd and bring them all in at once. Let's work with easy numbers and say you have 100 people, say 60% of your audience wants more games, of those 60 people that want the games, 30 of them actually want a fighting game, 20 of them want a shooter, 10 of them want an RPG. As you can see here, already there's division within the gaming side alone. On the flip side, let's look at non-gaming content, where only 40 people wanted that non-gaming content, and of those 40 people that showed interest, almost all of them are willing to engage and interact with whatever you're producing. It's probably a very good point. In summary, while both sides have valid arguments, it's apparent that a unifying element exists among those who favor non-gaming content. By nurturing engagement in this area, you can potentially foster stronger connections with your community overall. My humble recommendation would be to continue what you've been working toward, with the variety of content you currently provide, but perhaps leaning into non-gaming area slightly more, ensuring consistency and quality, and building up your audience for non-gaming interactive content. This strategy allows room for growth of loyal followers that enjoy the interactive content that you want to eventually make more of anyway. Thus, it behooves you in the community that builds up your content towards what you want it to be, and not just what the current target loudest group happens to ask for. Thanks for taking—
What happened to fucking summarising people's fucking posts? Like, I guess he's only going to summarise the posts of the suggestions that he doesn't like. The suggestions that he fucking does like, it fucking bum him up and fucking say, oh, Phil's amazing at what he does. Yeah, he'll read those word for fucking word.
Taking the time to read this. All right. What do you guys think? I'm just curious. I'm going to click over to the chat. What do you guys think about that? You guys think that working towards and nurturing more non-gaming content makes sense? I think I understand the point. What there's in a nutshell. Yes, a lot of people want me to play games. The problem is there's never a consensus on what game. So when I play a game, I'm isolating the audience that didn't want that game. It's different if there's, like, for example, if GTA 6 was coming out tomorrow, 98% of my audience would want me to play GTA 6, right? When the Elden Ring DLC comes out, a ridiculous amount of my audience is going to want to see me play the Elden Ring DLC. Those are the big ones we can all agree on. But when we're not actually focusing in on those big games, basically the attention is so pulled in different directions that I can't please everyone. Even though the majority of people say gaming, when I play a game, it doesn't satisfy the majority of people because everyone wants a different game. As opposed to when people say, you know, I'm not so much into the gaming anymore, but I like just hanging out with you. So no matter what kind of chill game content I make, whether it's podcasting, whether it's a chill night stream, whether it's us reacting to my old gameplay like Heavy Rain, those more personalized interactive streams are more appealing, and they appeal to a wider group of people because they're not, oh, I only want to see you interact with us in this one way. Most people are just happy to just interact, right? So I got you. I totally get what this person's saying. And like I said, I feel that the future is to diversify and split more down the middle. Like right now, I'm like 80% gaming, 20% other content. Because if you think about it, podcasting, the React show, and the Throwback channel are all different from just the pure gaming. But for the most part, right, at least almost 5 hours a day, I'm playing games. So it's probably an 80-20 split right now. I think the goal would eventually to be try to go 50-50. Still play a good amount of games, play the biggest high-profile games everyone really wants me to play, but then take my time and split it into other stuff. And it's going to mean playing way less games over time, but I think that's the way to go, honestly. You know, I'm being honest here. I don't think that me being a full-time gamer for the rest of my life is going to work. I'm about to be 42 years old. How many people want to see a 40, 50, 60-year-old fucking playing video games, right?
I mean, there's been very popular people, like, you know, isn't there something called Fortnite Granny? Some fucking me old lady playing fucking Fortnite, and like people fucking love that shit. So yeah, I mean, all these different fucking elderly people seem to enjoy, you know, playing games sometimes, and sometimes people enjoy watching them play games as well.
I'm just saying. I mean, I think that's the case. Well, but again, this is something to explore as we move down the line. I think what we're doing now is kind of working, you know? Okay.
I was hoping Phil would have mentioned politics there, but he didn't.
Instead of recapping the previous day on the podcast, do a recap segment on the podcast each week and recap things in detail there. That will never work because too much happens in a given week. Just think about this. In one given
that's why it's called a recap, dumbass. You're not meant to be fucking super detailed with it.
week, there could be new games. There could be continuing games. There could be things that have to change in the schedule because the game doesn't work, right? There could be things on the fly that happen that we have to adjust. By the way, by talking about this stuff every day, it gives me the feedback I need to figure out what to do in the future. So here's a perfect example. We just started a discussion about my birthday marathon. Within a couple days of me bringing this up, all right, now we know, oh, let's do a tier maker. But what should the tier maker be? Well, maybe it'll be Mario. Maybe it'll be something else. We'll continue to talk about this daily, and within a week, we'll figure it out. If I literally waited until Sunday to bring it up, and I only bring these things up once a week, that's not enough time. You see? I understand if you get bored of something being mentioned every day. I get it. But at the same time, you have to understand that it serves a purpose, right? The thing is, people just want...
You got to, yeah. So some people in Phil's audience don't really understand how basic some of his fans are. If Phil doesn't mention something every single day, they're going to fucking forget about it immediately. They are smooth-brained. They like Windows, for God's sake, you know what I mean? Some of them just, that's just how they roll, you know what I mean? So some of Phil's audience are very special, unique individuals, and they need to be reminded regularly, oh, this is happening today. So yeah, well, most people would roll their eyes and go, for fuck's sake, he's talking about this again. You know, there's going to be someone in his audience who go, oh yeah, I'm so glad Phil reminded about that. I completely forgot about it from yesterday.
Instant gratification, and don't want to have any kind of reasoning or rationale as to why something shouldn't be changed. For example, people say that I approach the suggestion box as a debunked box. No, it's not. I've actually adopted a lot of things from the suggestion box so far as direct things in my content, putting filters on the mic, having the pause button be implemented in my content. Some of the ideas we've come up for events and things based off of the suggestion box, correct? The thing is, I can't implement all of it. So the moment that I say, oh, this doesn't work or whatever, oh, you see, Phil's debunking and he's just yelling at, no. Again, why is everything in life black and white, right? So you suggest completely get rid of the recaps, do them once a week. And I say, that ain't gonna work. Only recapping once a week isn't enough because it doesn't give you enough of a perspective on things going on each day to get the feedback I need to make the correct decisions. Oh, you see, Phil debunked it. Well, no, I didn't debunk it. I just said this is why I'm not gonna do it. And I respectfully decline that suggestion, but you don't have to put drama into it because you act like a 5-year-old.
Oh, what about the fucking suggestion of having an exit strategy? You didn't debunk that, you just fucking hid that user from your channel because you didn't fucking want to see that reality of not having. Phil's exit strategy is not having one. His exit strategy is asking mum and dad to fucking keep giving them pocket money until they fucking die, and then he fucking gets to have their inheritance. He is waiting for Lion to fucking crook it so he can fucking, you know, reap the fucking benefits from that shit.
Oh my dog, what's up?
Thank you very much to Cal Denson for the super chat, who says, a spoon, eh? So random, yeah, Phil fucking loves his fucking spoons, doesn't he? Jesus Christ.
Spoons, eh? I'm sorry?
Thank you very much, Cal Denson, for the super chat. Oh, bloody hell. It's just... I am utterly convinced he still gets fucking handouts from his fucking parents. I am utterly convinced of that. Just being... It seems to make perfect sense to me that he still fucking does rely on the bank of mum and dad. A near 42-year-old man who still lives like a boy, playing video games every fucking day, not bothering to look for a real fucking job, asking people to fucking pay his fucking bills for him. I feel real fucking mature, real fucking responsible. Aye, great fucking example you're setting for your fucking audience there, Phil.
Okay. Alright, we'll do one more, and then we're gonna get to shoutouts. This suggestion that I gave in May of 2013 is more relevant than ever. Okay? You remember back when your capture card gave out in late 22 and early 2023 and you had those hangout streams until the new one arrived. They were enjoyable, chill, and surprisingly successful. You even mentioned wanting to do more hangout streams in the future. This would be just like that. Yes, if you remember, my capture card broke, so we basically did streams where I went to the hard drives in my closet to see what videos were on the hard drives, and that's eventually what led to DSP Throwback, because we found all the raw gameplay footage from back in the day. And we had a couple other streams where we just hung out and shot the shit because I couldn't do anything else. Picture this, late night streams with a relaxed, casual vibe. During the stream, members suggest topics, news stories, short video clips, and a members-only thread while the show's live. You keep an eye on this thread throughout the night. If something catches your interest, like a gaming news story, a funny article, or a viral video clip, you record a quick 5 to 10 minute video sharing your thoughts, incorporating live chat into the conversation. Excuse me. Whew. This way, you'd have a series of concise, single-topic videos to upload to DSP React, catering to viewers who prefer shorter, more...
Fucking bitch.
Jesus. Thank you very much to Black Mage for a super chat, who says, still recovering well, but I got to the fun part of it. The hospital bills are arriving. Jesus. Yeah. Thanks, Black Mage, for a super chat. Maybe like save those super chats to pay those fucking hospital bills. I mean, hospital bills in America are fucking terrifying. I mean, it's like you get a fucking like cup of fucking, you know, oh, here's a fucking cup of jelly, you know what I mean, or whatever, thanks, you know, I get to have some food in the hospital, you're welcome. That'll be fucking $4,000, please. The hospital bed you're fucking lying on half dying, that's like $3,000 right there. Extra pillow, $500 fucking dollars. Spoon for your fucking jello cup, fucking $20. I mean, I don't know, thank fuck for the NHS. The UK have the NHS, and thank the good fucking Lord for that. Although, if the Tories have their way, it won't be fucking public for long. They might try and privatise that shit. That's a different matter altogether. Yeah. But yeah, I'm glad the recovery is still going well. But yeah, good fucking luck with those goddamn fucking hospital bills. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's probably gonna be fucking rough.
This way, you'd have a series of concise, single-topic videos to upload to DSP React, catering to viewers who prefer shorter, more digestible clips. Over the course of a 2-hour late-night stream, you might end up with 5 or more of these videos, which you can then upload throughout the week or even weeks. I've seen other streamers do something similar, booting up a stream and hanging out with their viewers with no fixed plan. Someone brings a topic in chat, the streamer shares their opinion or watches a relevant clip, which later ends up on their clip's channel. This could be your version of that. One common complaint nowadays with members is how competitive submissions are for DSP versus the internet. The new show would level the playing field. It's entirely up to you and your interest in their topic, story, clip, whether or not you cover it. Plus, for members who only catch night streams, it gives them something to look forward to on DSP Reacts. Personally, I can count on one hand how many DSP versus the internet streams I've managed to attend live. The show doesn't need a formal name. You can simply call it a hangout stream. Hey guys, tonight I'm doing a hangout stream on DSP Reacts. Instantly, people would know it's a laid-back, informal affair. Well, I like the idea, but
it's a very good fucking idea, and that anytime Phil fucking cries about fucking oh sorry, hold on. First of all, thank you very much, Take Grease Monkey, for the super chat. It says, just found you via Dark Side of Flow on Twitter, posting your vid. Been waiting to find a DSP Bingo clash stream. Big fan from Manchester, bro. Thank you very much, Grease Monkey, and of course, Dark Side of Flow as well. Thank you very much for sharing the bingo stuff on the good old Twitter, the old X, the old whatever the fuck Elon Musk is calling it these days. But there you go. Cheers for that. Cheers for that. For the kind words and everything else. So yeah, I mean, I've been doing bingo for fucking ages now, and but yeah, it's just kind of taking on. It's got a wee life of its own in practical at times. What was I ranting about before I paused? I'm trying to find. I mean, oh yeah, okay. I remember now. I remember. Okay, first things first. People want a screenshot of this fucking face. It's not just bingo we have on these streams, you know. We also do shots and of Phil's dumb faces. Can we get a better, like, particular frame? I don't know. I don't think we'll get it, but it's all blurry, you know what I mean? But some people like that though. Me still fucking loves the blurry fucking Phil faces. So let me just get this original one that was requested. And we go there, fantastic. And then we go to our little website to remove the backgrounds. Oh yeah, there we go, fantastic stuff indeed. And there we go. And let me just yeet that towards my members in the members Discord I've got. And that'll satisfy them completely. There we go. There we go. So they can do whatever they want with that. And yeah, speaking of members doing whatever they want with bizarre Phil images, yeah, Meester has made a new version of Freck. Yeah, Meester has decided he needed to fucking revisit fucking Freck. He said, "Let me cook." This is why you're not allowed in the fucking kitchen. You keep your ass away from the fucking kitchen. No more fucking cooking for you, boy. Who let bro cook? It's fucking raw. You're not allowed in the kitchen anymore. There you go. So yeah, what I was saying about Phil before I paused, before the shadow came in. Anytime Phil complains about some big massive content creator talking about him, Moist Crickle for example, or whoever, that comes from these hangout streams. It's not as if like they're actually going out their fucking way to try and find what Phil Burnell's done. It'll be their audience themselves probably fucking mentioning to them, "Oh, did you hear so and so did this thing or did that thing?" And then it'll be like, they'll look up themselves on the stream. They'll fucking have a wee example thing to see what they're fucking talking about, and they'll give their take. They'll give their input. The suggestion that Phil's given here is a pretty solid one, but I feel like he is not. He lacks the personality to make that work. He can't do what Moist Critical does or Asmongold does or whatever. He's not capable of doing that because he lacks the fucking personality, and he also lacks the community for it. He lacks the audience for it in the grand scheme of things, in my opinion anyway. So the idea is good, but Phil would not be able to implement that, in my opinion, because one of who he is and two of who his audience are. But let's see Phil debunk it himself and see what he's got to fucking say about it.
We would definitely have to refine it from this original idea. So allow me to explain. I know exactly what you're talking about. Alright? This is the kind of shit that Moist Critical does. This is the kind of shit that Asmongold does. Alright?
It's no longer Sir Moist. This is the kind of shit this Moist Critical does.
Burger.
There's some jealousy right fucking there. This is the kind of shit they fucking do. What? You mean talk to the audience? And, have some nice, creative, organic experiences with our audience? Oh, bloody hell. Cool saying he wants to be Moist. Moist is mostly a talking head. Charismatic, yes, but mostly talking head. But they have a lot of personality. Precisely. Look, if these, there is usually one common denominator between these successful content creators on whether it's YouTube or Twitch or fucking anywhere else. They will have a personality to back up what they're saying and doing. Any topics of conversation come up, they'll fucking have some sort of thing to talk about and say about it to an extent. They'll try their best to make sure they brush up on current events as well, so they can talk about those current events and give their own takes on that as well. Whenever Phil is asked a question that requires a little bit of fucking brain power, he will tell that person, I don't have time to answer that on this show, or he'll just fucking say it. He can't even be asked his favourite food, or his favourite fucking game. You're not allowed to ask those questions on a Phil Burnell stream because there's too many fucking things to go through. It would take a lot of time to try and narrow down each one. So anytime he's challenged, anytime he gets asked these fucking lowball questions to demonstrate his fucking prowess of being a fucking good content creator, he fails the fucking test. And he basically just tells his audience, I can't answer that. There's too many options.
It works for them, but there's a reason it works for them. It's not because they have a members-only thread that people post into. It's because they have a team of editors and screeners, okay? They actually have people who take in all of these suggestions, scrub the suggestions, formulate them into a post or thread of what they feel are the best suggestions, the kind of stuff that that content creator likes, and then that content creator goes through it live on the stream, okay? That's why it works. In regards to me, okay, I don't have that, all right? I know what...
But Phil, it's not like you've got to fucking wade through like thousands of fucking people giving you suggestions. You're talking about fucking Derek and Jade and fucking whoever the fuck else is there. Nightbot. Nightbot's probably the fucking most regular contributor to your fucking chat. That says a lot.
What you're saying do a members-only thread. The whole idea of members-only doesn't work. Why? Because people have found a way to abuse memberships on YouTube. They can literally spend less than a penny and get a membership. So membership only doesn't work. It's the same as just having open thread. It really is at this point. Okay, I just want to make that clear. There's nothing that can really be done about that. Anyone can pay a penny to get a fucking membership now and just spam a thread with a bunch of just duty. Okay? Burger. 5 in a row. That's concerning.
There's a good point there. There's a good point there. So Cool was saying yesterday, but that isn't how they started. They started at the same place Village House started, same place, but they invested in their streams and community. And not only that. Someone else says, where did I see it? Yeah, X'd it out, said Asmongold goes through his Reddit thread and picks topics, and that would be a fucking brilliant way if Phil Burnell had his own goddamn Reddit. And he had his own, he could assign the same team of moderators or whatever, or people he trusts to fucking moderate the fucking thread for him, the topic for him. His whole entire Reddit thread could still be policed by certain people he trusts, and the fucking most upvoted things every month, he can go back to it. Once a month, Phil can go to his fucking Reddit thread and look through the most upvoted things that people have fucking sent to the Reddit thread. It could be fucking artwork, it could be funny clips, it could be this, it could be that. I mean, there's so much Phil could do to engage more with his community. Let's flip it over and look at what detractors do sometimes. Look at that being said. They had a goddamn musical fucking competition to King of the Ring. That all came... The origin story of King of the Ring was Phil getting a bad Burger King sandwich. And it somehow fucking evolved into some sort of fucking detractor music fucking contest. You know, that's taking a fucking... That's amazing in that regard. Like, that's incredible, that kind of thing. But it's all about what you fucking do for your community and what you can fucking, things to fucking have fun with your community and how to get your audience more involved and everything else. No, it's like, it gives people a reason to engage more with your content, Phil. And it also creates content for you at the same time. But your biggest fundamental issue is you lack the energy to put effort into your craft, and you've admitted this over it. This is not an insult. This is me reiterating what Phil has said to everyone. Phil, remember what Phil said years and years and years ago. He was happy to make the fucking videos. He was happy to play the fucking games. But he hated fucking doing things like uploading them. And titling them. And everything else like that. He did not want to be a YouTuber. He wants someone else to take care of the channel, essentially. So he can just fucking play the games and fucking go away. That's all he ever fucking wanted. He never had the desire to do this in the first place. Most people like, you know, Moist Critical, Asmon, Gold, XQC and all that shit, you can question fucking the legitimacy of their content and whether it's fucking good or bad or whatever. That's not the point. I'm not a big fan of XQC, I think he's a lazy bastard. You know, but there's still a clear desire to do this anyways a living. Phil never had a desire to do this as a job, a career, a livelihood. He just happened to fucking need it, and he is now stuck in this personal purgatory of doing YouTube. He has no escape from this, there is no get out. His exit strategy is a goddamn bullet to the fucking brain probably, because what's Phil meant to fucking do to pay his fucking bills because of his fucking, you know, extravagant lifestyle he fucking has? I mean, it's just nothing. He's not going to fucking downsize his fucking lifestyle to fucking pay bills because of fucking, you know, I don't have as much money. And by the way, let's get one more thing perfectly fucking clear. Phil Burnell is still spending money in WWE Champions. Let's see the latest update from TG Gamebox, shall we? What's the latest one here? I think it was it the one I retweeted earlier on? Yeah, it was this one. Update from yesterday. Phil has spent at least $589 on WWE Champions so far this weekend. Now that's if he got Bubba. If he didn't get Bubba Ray Dudley, it's $736. And yeah, by the way, Phil Burnell got paid on Thursday. I wonder where the YouTube money goes. Well, there's where the fucking YouTube money goes. That and the Baldur's Gate free money. But anyway, fucking hell, man. But you get the point I'm saying. Like, all these big successful content creators, from what I can gather, regardless of what you think of their content, they have a passion to do well on YouTube or Twitch or Kick or Rumble or wherever the fuck they are, you know what I mean? The biggest creators are usually the ones that care most about their fucking content. You know, they got big for a reason, you know what I mean? They're trying their fucking best, they're doing the grind, they're fucking working hard, you know what I mean? Phil never cared about this as a job, as a livelihood. But he's dependent on it, and he hates it. But yet, it's all he's fucking got. Phil Burnell loves to fucking pretend he loves his fucking job. He hates uploading videos, he hates titling them, he hates fucking trying to organise everything else. He needs other people to fucking do it for him. That's why he has other people fucking make thumbnails for him. That's why he has OP Boone fucking do like, oh, I'm going to do timestamps for Phil using AI. Because Phil's too lazy to fucking do that shit himself. He hates it. He absolutely fucking hates his job.
I like the idea, but primarily the people who do this are people who have Discord presence, right? Sign up for my Discord, go into the submissions area, post up clips you think that the content creator should watch this week. Our editors will scrub that and put that into a thread that the person can now watch on a hangout night.
I have a fucking members only Discord. It's very easy to set up. Only members can get access to it and you have different little tiers as well. It's an automated process. And you can fucking, if you know what you're fucking doing, you can have certain members have certain different access to certain areas of a Discord. And of course you can have your own team of people you trust to fucking police it as well for you. So it's not just you fucking moderating that shit, Phil. This is things that you could very easily have implemented to your own channel, but you refuse to fucking do it because you're a lazy bastard.
I have none of that. Okay? I wish it did. I wish that that's the way that my community went. I tried that in the past. You know, I had my own forums. I had things like that going on. It did work out. Over the years, when I became a running meme of toxicity and negativity, meaning everyone just wanted to crap on me, basically so many people now hate me that whenever I would attempt to do something like that, it gets ruined, right? Like, barely can I even maintain the DSP Reacts channel because DSP versus the internet almost failed because of this membership debacle. Luckily, I figured out how to fix it. And it's been fine since, you know, it's a little bit more work for me now to scrub stuff. But for the most part, it's still working. Okay? But I like the idea. I do. I think that this leads to a whole idea of a new late night chill stream. We're all hanging out. We're just having a good time. You guys suggest stuff. I go through a thread of stuff like that and you say, okay, here's these suggestions. And we, you know, skim through them or whatever. And see if it's something that's interesting for me to watch fully or whatever. You know, I like the idea, but it only works as a team effort. Those shows that you watch people do, those could never work with one person. You know, they're only possible because these are huge content creators who have teams of people working for them. I don't have that, you know. Listen to me. I'm lucky enough to have the moderators that I have show up when they do.
You have a team of editors working on your throwback channel right now, Phil. You have multiple people doing work for you for free for your other channel, so you can make profit from it. You're not a one-man show. As much as you want to pretend to be, you're not a one-man show.
Fucking bitch.
Thank you very much to Grease Monkey for the super chat, who says Phil hates streaming games and is bitter about seeing successful streamers and tells his paypigs they are shallow and not real. An angry old man. He is a fucking bitter, angry old man. He hates not just fucking streamers that are more successful than him, but anyone in the gaming business entirely. Any fucking these game developers, the successful fucking CEOs of these game development companies. You know, he fucking hates them with a burning passion because these guys are massively rich and successful. And yeah, I think we can all relate to being envious of people with more money than us, you know? Like so I work for a bank, but I don't make a huge amount of money. My boss makes $1 million a year. He's a rich bastard, and plus he gets bonuses as well, so he'll probably make like $2 million a year based on bonuses and all that shit. It's like, that's a lot of fucking money per year. Compared to fucking, like, you know, people like me that fucking work for that company, you know what I mean? We all can relate to being jealous of other people that are more successful than us and have more money. Phil likes to fucking pretend he's not really that jealous, but his peers and contemporaries, most of them started YouTube later than him, and they fucking blew past him and left him in the fucking dust. You know what I mean? Like Phil Burnell started YouTube in like 2008, you know? And so many people since then have came and gone. And yet, as Phil being one of the pioneers of fucking YouTube gaming content on YouTube, what's he got to show for it? Absolutely fucking nothing. What's he fucking got? He got 100,000 fucking subscriber plaque, which is like hung up on his wall somewhere. And that's about it essentially. It's like, I don't know, it's like, Phil had potential. You know, his channel had potential. But he never cared for the craft. I mean, not to fucking repeat myself again, but he never cared for the craft of what this entailed. And I can tell you this as well. Like, I remember, like, fucking when I was younger, like, this channel, this is an old, my channel I use right now is an old channel. I've been doing DSP like stuff for the last 3 years. Before that, I fucking made like FIFA videos, and you know, like 2011, 2012, they were shit fucking FIFA videos. You know, they weren't that fucking good. My commentary was pish, the fucking quality of it was pishy in general. Like, I mean, I found YouTube okay to do, but at the same time, it's like I would not have wanted to do it for a living. Some people think it's kind of easy to do. Well, I think I would say what Phil does is to a degree easy, but at the same time, it's actually a bit more challenging than you think. Like, Phil is talking for 90 to 100 minutes right here about fuck all usually, you know what I mean? And it's not easy to talk a whole lot without having a bunch of fucking dead air, you know what I mean? But he basically talks about nothing. Like, there's a perfect sound clip to cover what Phil does usually on a fucking podcast.
For the next 20 minutes, I'm going to be talking and saying absolutely nothing.
Like, I feel that kind of covers Phil's streams to a degree, you know, his podcasts in general, you know, just replace 20 minutes for fucking like a 90 or whatever, 100. But it's, yeah, it's just, I don't know, like, as I said, I wouldn't wish, YouTube's a lot of hard work, okay? There's so much more that goes into like, YouTube content creation than just fucking, oh, I played a game and uploaded a video. You know, the top streamers, the top people, or the top content creators, they got to make sure that audio quality sounds good. They got a good, clear, crisp microphone. They've got to fucking make sure the visual quality is good, you know? And if it's editing, it has to be fucking edited cleanly and it's fucking good to watch and digestible as well. It can't be too fucking long, it can't be too fucking short. It depends how many fucking videos are uploading as well on a fucking regular basis. Is it going to be like fucking like a daily video, or are they going to fucking like spend months at a time working on and crafting on some amazing... There's so much to, for these people to fucking think about and all that shit as well. And then you fucking got to juggle the fucking content ID system and copyright system and everything else and try and get around that. And obviously the bigger you get, the more responsibility you have, the bigger your community gets, you know. There is so much and so many layers to fucking doing YouTube. And Phil clearly has no passion to deal with any of that. None of that whatsoever. He's never had the bug to do this, you know what I mean? He's never had the desire to even try. All he wanted to do was play games, and have fun. That was his motto the entire time.
Volunteers, you understand? I don't pay them because I can't afford to pay them. The editor...
I mean, you make... Oh, I need to rewind that. I need to rewind that, but you make 6 figures a year, Phil. I can't afford to pay them, says Phil Burnell. Phil Burnell was given $74 on a day stream of Dragon's Dogma and $42 on a night stream. Yesterday, I believe, let me actually confirm this for yesterday's stuff as well. Let's go to Gamer Face Gaming. Good old Gamer Face Gaming, fucking robust content creator there. $129 on the day stream for fucking Baldur's Gate 3, and the night stream had $53. So Phil Burnell was given, what, over $180 yesterday in tips? $182 yesterday in tips alone. That's immediate money. And then, by the way, here's autos. By the way, here's just random autos and autos. He was given $182 yesterday in tips. He's not going to fucking throw an editor $5 or $10 for all the work they've done. Nothing. Phil has... So, Phil could think to himself, I should, you know... At no point in time has Phil maybe thought to himself, maybe I should fucking give like $5 or $10 to these guys at one point for all the work they've done so far for my throwback channel. Nah. And the best part is they know their place. These dumbass denhead editors, they know their fucking role. They know the score. They know Phil Burnell is more likely to fucking get a job in real life than he is to actually fucking pay them goddamn money. They know that for a fucking fact. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. It's fuck me, man. It's too easy to rant. It's too easy to fucking just rant and rave about this fucking buffoon. Let's just get on with the fucking show.
Huge content creators who have teams of people working for them. I don't have that, you know? Listen to me. I'm lucky enough to have the moderators that I have show up when they do. They're volunteers. You understand? I don't pay them because I can't afford to pay them. The editors that I have are overworked making the content for the DSP Throwback channel as well as thumbnails for all my videos. They don't have extra time on top of that. Like this other suggestion was also made a week or two ago. Why don't you have people cut news stories out of your streams and make them separate videos? Because that's like a full-time job. You know, again, all these suggestions are absolutely fabulous. If I were a big YouTuber who had a lot of money to hire employees to do this for me, I would love to do it. Like, I like this idea. I would be thrilled to do this show. But with the resources I have, I can't do it, you know? It would have to be, we would have to refine the idea. How could this be done? Without, it can't be a members only thread because membership means nothing now. Anyone can get a membership and just fucking throw in shit. So that's not going to work. But what, you know, how could it be possible? Let's think about it. Let's continue to discuss this idea. I like this idea. I'm sure now people will hear this idea and think, okay, maybe here's a spin on it that we could do or something that we could do to make it work for Phil.
Who fucking cares?
I would love to do the show. That sounds like a great idea. No way I could do it on my own right now. And I can't hire people to do it for me like the big YouTubers that I know you have in mind do. Okay? I mean, just remember last year when Asmongold, okay, reacted to me. He literally says, why'd you guys submit this for me to watch? Everyone wants me to watch this clip, huh? And he watches it. He's like, I don't understand why you haven't watched it. Because everyone submitted it. People scrubbed it. Said a lot of people submitted this, you know, Asmon, will you watch this? And then he watched it. As opposed to, how would I do that myself? You know? Okay, so the thing is, I like that suggestion. That's a good one, but it's not one that I can do in its current form. We have to kind of refine that suggestion better. Okay? Okay. All right, that's enough for suggestion box for today. Thank you guys for your suggestions. Maybe we can implement some of those in the future. Maybe we can't. I don't know. We'll see. But those are good suggestions, and thank you for them. I really appreciate that. Let's now get to shoutouts. On the YouTube side of things, we got nothing. No super chats, no memberships, no gifted memberships. Okay? Now, I'm just going to say something quickly. This has been a pattern over the last several months.
Oh, for God's sake, an actual fucking YouTube's fucking style, you know, contribution bag? Wow. Oh my God. I mean, hold on a second. Let me remind myself of something here on Game of Face. So, the night stream for Like a Dragon got $4 in super chats. The day stream for Baldur's Gate 3 got $19. The previous day, $20 and $29, and then that's a funny little meme. Yeah, I'm gonna like and retweet that too if I can go. What about the previous? Oh, there's a good one as well. So JG Anno does some great little fucking recaps. They post their fucking stats and everything. So this day here, that day here, twice a fucking day. They go through the tips, the super chats, the react stuff as well, throwbacks. Super chats total and everything else. And yeah, you can see how successful and how unsuccessful some of this shit is. Yeah, so it's just it's good stuff there. Didn't Phil have a very good super chat day recently? That's what I'm trying to find here. When was Phil's last good super chat day? This is not bad on here. He was I think this is his throwback. His throwback stream had $44 in super chats. That was back on March 17th. Yes, March 17th. Before that, $3. Oh my god, $3. 13 bucks, 42 bucks there. I'm sure he had like a fucking a very well supported. There it is. There it is. March the 15th, 2024. In one day, he had 137 buckaroos on one stream for what was this stream? Was it a Q&A stream? Yeah, basically just a Q&A stream. And I got $137 and 39 bucks in tips. Be fucking who. The day before though, $71 in fucking super chats. And before all that as well, there's like more and more. It's like $17, $53 not bad. Phil, you get some good, some YouTube support, okay? Some of this is good. Okay, some of it's fucking pish, but some of it's fucking good, Phil. But I guess it's never enough. It is never enough for fucking DSP. It never is going to be fucking enough. I'm going to rewind this. I'm going to let Phil rant and bitch and whine and moan about how YouTube side support has slowed down a lot and he's worried for the future.
On the YouTube side of things, we got nothing. No super chats, no memberships, no gifted memberships. Okay? Now, I'm just going to say something quickly. This has been a pattern over the last several months where a lot of people support the streams via tipping, which is great, but there has been a huge decline in the YouTube side contributions, notably memberships, because of the fake ones, and this is hurting the business bad. I'm hoping that when we get into new games in a week or so, you know, when we're focusing on Dragon's Dogma, maybe Alone in the Dark, doing the co-op playthrough with Cat, maybe bringing in multiplayer like Battlefront, maybe bringing back Final Fantasy VII, maybe then we can get those things back on track. All right? Right now, I don't even know how I could even begin to even say stuff about it when we're still playing the same RPGs for month 4. Okay? So, but I'm hoping we can get that stuff back on track because it's, I mean, case in point, here we go, shoutouts, literally 0 contributions on the YouTube side. There's actually good tips. Don't get me wrong. There's good tips here to shout out, but nothing, I was like, nothing on the YouTube side, huh? Like 0. Okay, let's get started here. Our first contribution today is a $10 tip from BB Phil. Hold on. This is basically a bunch of drama stuff. All right, I'm gonna read it, but I'm just gonna tell you guys there's zero. I'm not entertaining anything in this suggestion. All right, I'm gonna read it word for word because the person did contribute $10.
I'm gonna guess it's drama stuff about other people.
And I appreciate that, but there's absolutely no way, shape, or form that I'm entertaining this or that I'm taking this seriously. Okay, you ready? I'm gonna read. I'm forewarning you. Okay. Okay, ready? BB Phil here. It would be nice to see you play Street Fighter against an old school legend in a special event one day. I know Keemstar wants you to play Call of Duty versus Wings of Redemption in front of a live audience in Las Vegas. What? I'm going to continue reading that. Huh? First I've heard of it. That's fucking hilarious. As I understand it, you don't want to do business with the man because you don't agree with how he makes his money. Is that still the case?
5 in a row.
I don't. That's concerning. I want to do business with the man because he's a complete scumbag. He's a liar. He's definitely lied about me. He literally has tried to bully me into things, lied about our interactions. Yes, the way he makes his money is completely underhanded. He's a scumbag. In addition to that, I don't trust him in any way, shape, or fucking form. The guy said so many awful things. By the way, he's threatened me multiple times, saying he's going to make negative documentaries about me on Netflix. He's going to contact my friends and family to say awful things about me. Should I go on? Should I go on to continue reasons why I should not work with this person?
Fuck you and your
I think
friends.
it's pretty self-explanatory, don't you think? Okay. I also just like the fact he has guys on the Lalcow podcast sniffing their chairs and crawling around on the floor for money. But let's face it, he does not know how to set up a lucrative... Oh, he does know how to set up a lucrative event. He should definitely set something up with Alex Valle. Okay. Allow me to make this abundantly clear. Never in my entire life will I ever have any interaction with Keemstar at all. All right? I want nothing to do with the man. I never want to speak with him. I want no business dealings with him. Nothing. 0. If I literally never heard his name again for the rest of my life, I'd be better for it. All right? He has nothing positive to offer on this planet, and I'm sticking to my guns on that. I want nothing to do with him. Okay? Doesn't matter how much
5 in a row.
That's concerning. Money he can make, what event he can set up. It's toxic content. I'm not involved in it ever. Period. Okay? Like I said, the guy literally has gone out of his way to lie, to bully, to do all these fucked up things to me, to try to force me into content that I refuse to do. I'm never doing it. That's hilarious. That's the first time hearing he suggested I play wings in Call of Duty in Las Vegas in front of a live audience. What the fuck is he even talking about? Like, when was I ever like a competitive Call of Duty player? When did I ever have a rivalry with Rings of Redemption in Call of Duty? The guy's a moron. All right, just ignore everything he says, and you'll be better off for the rest of your life. I mean it. Like, just pretend like every time he opens his mouth, there's farts coming out of it, and actually, you're gonna have a much better life. Okay?
Who fucking
there you go. That's all I have
cares?
to say about that. Let's continue. Unbelievable, right? Unbelievable. Guys, I don't care what drama's going on in chat. I'm reading shoutouts now. Okay, you can stop. Okay. All right. Good Lord. Okay. I'm trying to scroll up, but there's so many things that have been said, I'm not even going to pay attention. I received an incredibly generous $50 tip from Lisa Lou, who says, have a great React day. Thank you so much, Lisa Lou. Very generous of you. I really appreciate that. Let's get that up on the leaderboard as the biggest contribution so far today.
So let's make him look like the villain so everyone will believe it, and we'll just be washing our hands of the whole situation, and we never have to deal with him ever again. And you know what? Look what's happened. Literally, no one bugs them anymore. Nothing. It's all, they're completely washed. The hands are clean.
You have no respect for people that are alive.
My biggest fans are idiots. Boss.
Yo, Phil.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up!
Yes, it is Gunner Glass this time. That is correct.
I will not do this thing again.
No respect.
Because I feel bad about it.
He watches too much WWE. John starts getting text messages at 5.
Adam with a $10 tip. This is Adam. Happy React Day. My favorite day of the week. Really? I guess a lot of people are enjoy the React stuff. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you very much, Adam, for a $10 tip. Boy, I added this together completely wrong. We're now at $70 in tips total, not 10. So thank you, Adam, for a $10 tip this morning. I appreciate that, Adam.
The guy was like, if he's been drinking
Okay.
and texting.
See here? I received a $15 tip.
Come the fuck in or fuck the fuck off.
And we guess we'll find out who that's from very soon. Oh, this might be bad. This might go bad. My notifications, I think, are still a bit
Come
broken
the
for us.
fuck in or
Yeah,
fuck
it's
the
going to do
fuck
it for
off.
every single one. I might have to mute the alerts. Let's see if that's okay. Is that going to stop them? So if I unmute them, well, okay, it's still going to go beyond here. Okay, thank you very much. But oh, how do you say this name? Arson Z, Z. Thank you very much to Arson Z for the 10 gifted members. So congratulations to the following people for getting a membership. We have Beamer, Diablo Lord of Darkness, Ruchby FNV, Veloran, Camille, Hirschberg, Larry, Ian Sorare, Via and I, Twilight Media Corp, and Sin. So congratulations to those 10 for getting memberships, and thank you very much to Arson Z for the what do you call it? The gifted memberships in the first place. So yeah, cheers for that, and thank you very much indeed. And I'm gonna have to keep I'm gonna keep the alerts muted for now. You'll see them, but you won't hear them. But yeah, there you go. Just so it won't play the fucking same noise over and over again.
Let's see here. I received a $15 tip from 1 Minute Man, and he wants to talk about the philosophy discussion from yesterday's Baldur's Gate stream. Okay. So actually, we're $85 in tips right now. Excuse me, man. Sorry, stupid frog in my throat. Okay. So we had a big philosophical discussion yesterday about leadership and how cities can survive and stuff like that, because there was a puzzle in this dungeon that if you pick a certain philosophy choice as right or wrong, you pass a trial, and if you don't pass it, then you have to fight a whole bunch of enemies in this dungeon. I disagreed with the philosophical pick that Larian Studios said should be the right or wrong one in this situation. We had a big debate about it, which is fine. I was happy to have that debate. So anyway, he says, Did you know that Stead's advice was customary practice for thousands of years in the ancient world? That's how independent cities survived surrounded by mighty kingdoms. History strongly agrees with your advisor choice. Stead proposed to give up citizen rights in order to avoid ruin when facing a mighty kingdom. After the second reading, you made Stead's argument totally unrecognizable.
This is definitely politics talk.
Burger. 5 in a row. That's concerning.
I mean, this is ancient politics, but it's politics.
Surprised when you had to fight after choosing to end Stead. You should not be. You got what you asked for since you favored a warmonger's advice. Remember the monkey's paw. You wanted to fight, you got to fight. I didn't want to fight. Did not want to fight. That was not even what the advice said, by the way. The advice did not say strike out and attack everyone. The advice said that when you are fighting an enemy, you make sure that you have thoroughly routed and ended that enemy so they can't come back. That's what it said. It did not say, just attack everyone, be a warmonger. So that's completely false narrative. But again, we could debate philosophy at a later date if you would like to. Okay. I see the $10 tip from 1 Minute Man. Excuse me. Stupid phlegm is really pissing me off today. Can I please finish my show?
Nope.
Jeez. Really bothering me. Okay, thank you, 1 Minute Man. He says, so he's talking about the philosophy again. He says, one of your recurrent expressions, I can't speak. One of your recurrent expressions is the game doesn't tell me what to do. That's true. Funny thing is, when choosing between Swelto and Stead, the game sort of told you what to do, and you realized it and said it out loud, and still you did the opposite. You're right, because I disagreed with what the game wanted me to do. It was a simpleton's choice going with what they wanted to do. It wasn't complex thought. It was just right or wrong bullshit thought. And that's not human thought. That's simpleton's thought. So what does it matter if you know what the game wants you to do if you decide to do the opposite? What the game really did, though, was present two choices, and you chose war. That's incorrect. I did not choose war. It's that simple. It's not that simple. No need to overthink it. I didn't overthink it. You're the one oversimplifying it, right? You're oversimplifying my rational thought. You understand? Okay. So this trial was like a dialogue in disguise. You picked attack. No, I did not. I did not. Doesn't matter what you think I did. I did not pick attack. And that's not what I did in regards to how I rationalized it either during the stream. Okay. Okay. Anyway. So there we go. That's so far all of the shoutouts. Okay. And, okay. That's it. Again, still nothing on the YouTube side. So if you guys would like to chat, please tag me in the chat. We have a little bit of extra time before we get set up for the React show today. Let's see what you guys want to chat about. Yes, Derek, happy Sunday. And yes, I'm excited for Heavy Rain tonight. Yes. Yes.
That's a real shame that you have nothing on the YouTube side of things, Phil. Mind you, look at me. I got 10 members and I've had a few super chats as well and all that jazz. My YouTube side support's through the goddamn roof, Phil, compared to you.
Yes. Yes. Dark Gaming says, I did advanced mathematical calculations. You'll beat the final boss of Baldur's Gate 3 on Wednesday. Well, if that's the case, good. Now you said there's epilogue, right? That after you do the final segment, there's basically an epilogue. In which case, if we got to do that, like let's say we do it Friday, I'd be okay with that. That way we can wrap it up, right? See the end, and then move on to everything else. So we'll see how it goes, the pacing this week. How much later will I react to the Heavy Rain DLC? Right now, I have no plans to do it. We just did 6 straight weeks, or we're about to do 6 straight weeks of Heavy Rain. That's enough. I would much prefer to do other stuff for now, and then maybe go back to it later on when it feels way more fresh. I don't want to do another 4 weeks of reacting to Heavy Rain. It's just going to get boring for me. Epilogue is 1 to 2 hours. Chatting with your party, maybe do it on your birthday. We're not doing any Baldur's Gate on my birthday. We will be long done with Baldur's Gate by April 6th. We need to get this game done and in the history books and move on to better, fresher, newer content. The game needs to be wrapped up at this point. You understand? Okay.
Fuck you, Phil.
Fuck you, Phil.
Ah. No, I've never seen The Room. I know what it is, but I've never seen the movie.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Haley says, my throat clearing is too much. They have to leave, and they'll come back tomorrow. All right, I'm very sorry that I have the human condition of phlegm that I cannot control in my throat.
I mean, Phil, we all have fucking these little bodily functions, you know what I mean? Sometimes I got to fucking cough or sneeze or fart or whatever. I mute my microphone for it, though, because I have consideration for my audience and the things that I do and do not hear.
See you tomorrow. Maybe I'll have less phlegm. Sounds like a plan. What an awful thing to say. What if I was gassy? What if I was constantly just ripping farts on the stream? Would you leave then?
Yeah, people should, Phil. You don't care for your fucking audience. You have no empathy for what they're having to listen to.
What if I had a sneezing fit? I hay fever, a sneezing fit. Would you just run away? What if I had a giant ear infection and there was oozing wax and pus coming out of my ears down the side of my head? Would you leave the stream just because of that? I mean, come on. This is sounding great.
Who fucking cares?
Dark Gaming says, I pretty much dropped Final Fantasy VII Rebirth for Dragon's Dogma 2 at this point. Rebirth was boring the hell out of me. Wow. David H says, do you regret buying the deluxe edition of Like a Dragon as you didn't use much of what you bought? Yeah, this is a case where basically buying the deluxe edition, all right, gave me a lot of stuff that on paper.
So I need to reiterate something. It was 2 deluxe editions because Phil had one and Kat had one. So they both got a deluxe edition. $200 spent. Although at least Kat got to complete Dondoko Island all by themselves, and I imagine it also made more use of the fucking features that came with the deluxe edition compared to what Phil has done with it. Ah, for fuck's sake, it froze again. Hang on.
Hello there.
This is the fucking Shawshank Redemption, right? But with more tunneling through shit and no fucking redemption. Shut your hole.
Welcome to Operation Mindfuck! Welcome to Operation Mindfuck!
Hello there.
I mean, it's terrible. All this hands were all over the place. You're like a sweaty octopus trying to unhook a bra.
Alright, it's fixed itself eventually. I knew throwing enough fucking random Scottish soundboard stuff at it would work and it'll fix eventually. I knew it would happen.
Face value, it looked like I was going to get use out of it, but once we actually got into the meat of the playthrough, you realize no. Like, for example, they gave me a whole bunch of crafting items for blacksmith stuff. But what you don't
this is so boring. I'm going to go 1.5 because Phil's boring me tremendously.
know is that you can't actually do anything with it but use it to craft an item. Like, for example, in the game, you can take lower level crafting items and combine them into higher level ones. So now when you get better weapons, you can still use your lower level crafting items. You can't use the pre-order crafting items like that. You can only use them on a weapon, period. So by the time I even realized I had them, I go to use them and they're worthless. They can only be used on a low level weapon. Well, that sucks, right? The Sujimon stuff. Let's be honest. The Sujimon plotline is very similar to the Dondoko plotline. It's just a side thing if you want to do it. It has nothing to do with the plot, and you can skip it entirely. I've literally not done a single Sujimon battle besides the tutorial one, and I'm at the end of the game fine, no problems, right? Now, apparently I missed out on one job class, but does it matter? Or at the end game, I'm doing fine, you know? So you don't even need the Sujimon stuff, right? The Dondoko stuff, there was one point in the game where it makes sense to do it. I did it then to get some money to advance on and get the items I needed to basically kind of coast through the rest of the game. It worked. But you don't even need to finish Dondoko Island. There's no point. You get one superpowered attack that you don't really need. So basically, yeah, I would say this, that most of the premium content is pretty worthless in the game. The only thing I've used are the 2 jobs, the linebacker and the tennis ace. I've maxed the tennis ace, and I've had linebacker with 2 characters, and it's pretty good. So in that regard, that I did get some use out of. But outside of that, I don't think I've used anything else in the premium edition. Someone was even saying that, like, the other content you get is another optional dungeon. Like, once you've beaten all 3 levels of the optional dungeons in the game, then I guess you get another level of the optional dungeon after the fact, if you got that version. But I'm not gonna do that. Like, what's the point of that? If you've already beaten the game, what do you need the optional dungeon for, right? So yeah, I mean, again, this is another case where I said, I'm going to get the best version because I think I'm really going to like the game. And by the way, I do really like the game, but I kind of got screwed out of using that content. There really was no use for it. Dondoko, not really. Sujimon, no, don't need that. And, you know, I spent a lot. I think it was like $40 more, too. And I think I could, if I just spent like the $10 more to get the middle version, I would have gotten the linebacker and the tennis ace still. So really, I just spent a lot more for no reason. I didn't get, again, the real reason I did it, I thought that Dondoko Island was going to be something significant to the game, that you would definitely want to do it, and that we would do it co-op, you know, my wife and I. And then once we found out, literally once you get your first big payout, there's no reason to continue with it, and it gets boring. Like, we were like, well, that sucks. There's no point in doing it, right? So yeah, that was really the reason I spent the money. And I mean, my wife also got the better edition of the game, and she also said, yeah, I didn't really use anything. It was pretty much a waste of time. So okay. All right, guys, anything else? Any last minute questions or concerns before we adjourn and get set up for the clip show on DSP React? Exactly. John says, once you put 5-star Dondoko Island, you get a laser finisher, and that's it. Yeah, it's the same finisher you had in the first game, where you raise your bat up to the sky, and an orbital laser comes down and hits everything, but you don't need it. I mean, it's definitely not required at all, right?
Here's the deal. This week, I have 2 very large
I love it. Richard in the chat says, my suggestion is for you to get a job. What do you think I've been doing right now? I've already raised $95 on a podcast. I'm about to do 2 shows today. I'm making ad revenue on everything I do. I'm pretty sure I have a job. It's a profitable one, too. Just for the record.
No, so remember, oh my god, I love it, I love it. Phil massively hitting towards his audience like 20 minutes ago. Guys, YouTube support is really down, it's really hurting the business. I am struggling right now, I am concerned. All this woe is me pity crap. 20 minutes ago because the YouTube side of support has not been very good for the last couple of months. And then he follows up with this condescending comeback to someone suggesting he gets a fucking job. I mean, I want to hear it one more fucking time. It's just too fucking good not to. But yeah, go on, Phil. Tell us how massively successful you are after all that begging you done earlier on for more YouTube side support because nobody's given you a super chat so far, or nobody's given you a membership, or nobody's fucking done a big massive member whale bomb like, you know, OIC used to doing back in the fucking day. Has Derek got his own membership yet? Did he bother to fucking give you $4 to get his own membership? No, not yet. Didn't fucking think so. He knows to wait because somebody inevitably will once again start gifting memberships to your channel, and you're going to think, oh, this is great organic growth, when it's been artificial growth the entire fucking time. But yeah, sure, Phil, you're a massive success, so aye, of course, sure you are. Whatever you say, boss. Fuck me, man. This dirty little fucking piggy generally thinks he's fucking successful after fucking... Jesus Christ. I know the stream's fucking broken now. This is great. Hold on. Can I get this to fix?
Right?
No. I did nothing. Let's hear it again, Phil. Go on, Phil. One more time.
Love it. Richard in the chat says, my suggestion is for you to get a job. What do you think I've been doing right now? I've already raised $95 on a podcast. I'm about to do 2 shows today. I'm making ad revenue on everything I do. I'm pretty sure I have a job. It's a profitable one, too. Just for the record. Just because you don't agree with it, or you're not happy about it, doesn't mean it ain't a job. It's definitely a job. That is correct. That is correct, Skiznily. It is definitely a useful, interesting business. It's fun. It's fun doing what I do. But even with all, I'll still stick to my guns. Even with all the crap I go through and all the stress and all the nonsense from all over the internet, it's still very fun to do what I do. I love this job. It's the best job I've ever had. It's the only job that I've actually felt like well utilized and well appreciated, you know. Again, it's awesome being
you're your own boss. You're well appreciated. From who? You become the goddamn laughingstock of fucking gaming content creation. Nobody takes your ass seriously because you're fucking seen as an absolute fucking figure of ridicule. Who is this? You know, who's showing you all this like, all this appreciation and respect? Jade, Derek, OIC.
Being your own boss. Imagine working at one of these game companies. Imagine working at Toys for Bob and being told you're making Call of Duty DLC for 3 years and then you get laid off. Right? What the hell kind of life is that? It's awful. So I'm happy that I'm in a situation where I'm the boss. I control stuff. You know, it's awesome. And again, the fun and positive conversations and interactions we have every day, it means the world to me. It makes me love what I do and want to come back. I love the variety of stuff we're doing. You know, it's excellent. Boss. I received a $5 tip from an anonymous tipper who says, hat. Well, here's the thing. We will have a hat. However, this stream is over and there's not enough time to vote. So what we'll probably do, I'll set up the stream on the DSP Reacts channel. You guys head over there and I'll put the poll on that stream. So while you're waiting for the show to start, you have something to do. You can vote on the hat. Okay. And thank you. I never get this level of support this early on React Day. So I really appreciate you guys, supporting the stream today. Thank you very, very much.
Yeah, big ups to the whales,
nice.
yeah.
All right, so that's what we'll do.
We'll
end the show, and you'll see when the stream goes offline. If you're live on the stream, jump over to the other stream and vote over there. I'll put the poll up over there. Okay. So, let's adjourn, shall we? Thank you guys. Great podcast today. Actually, some pretty good suggestions in the suggestion box today, which I appreciate. I just hope that we can refine that suggestion about a chill stream show where I review user submitted content. I say user, like viewer submitted content. I like that idea a lot, but we have to figure out how to make it work. I can't do it by myself, and sadly, members only threads are worthless because of the way that YouTube has screwed up memberships. So we can refine that idea. Perhaps that's a show for the future. But in the meantime, thank you all. Great show today. And I hope to see you over on DSP Reacts if you can make it, or on DSP Throwback later tonight. If not, I wish you the best. I'll see you all tomorrow for another show and another full day of gaming as we go into RPG Overload Endgame finales. All right? Thanks, guys. Peace out. See you tomorrow. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff all around, everybody. Let's get set up for the React show, shall we? So, first of all, get this out of here so I can set up the camera. Let's get the webcam into the proper resolution, shall we?
Yeah, T-Poja Fanny.
Good. Let's get the logo. Aha. Let's get the pop-ups. Let's turn off these pop-ups. There we go. All right. So, guys, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to say toodles, and this stream's going to go offline. Then another stream is going to go live over on DSP Reacts, and you're going to see there's going to be a link on your screen that says click here to go to DSP Reacts, chill for a few minutes, and on that stream, I will set up the link for the hat, the poll for the hat to determine what hat I'll wear during the React show. Okay, so please vote. I'll take a few minutes break then to use the restroom, prepare. I'll be back by 1 p.m. Pacific time, and we'll have 3 hours of fun clips reacting over on DSP React. Sounds good? Okay, guys, thank you. I will see you over there.
And now the best part is we can just basically go straight to his shitey fucking, you know, other channel, and he should be back now. You know, he's over 10 minutes after when he claimed he'll be back. So yeah, we should be able to get to his React channel and just go straight into it, and he should be live. He shouldn't be away. Oh, Jesus. Shush. Fuck me, man. What the fuck? I wouldn't pause for ages. That whatever he's watching sounds annoying. Just from that immediate fucking little, you know, that we got to see. So let's go back the way. Let's go back the way some more. When does the music stop? Does it stop here?
And Skiznalit, thank.
So hold on. So I need to go back a bit more.
That's awesome.
Back more. I just need to find out when Phil's music stops and when he starts talking. Sadly, he just lets the fucking slideshow keep playing when he starts talking, so it's never easy to fucking find. Plus YouTube as well, fucking just done this again with it fucking screwed up there. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hold on, we're still going, so let's fast forward a bit more. It's frozen again. Fuck me, man. You know, I'm just going to have this on. You know, give me 1 second today, one thing very quickly. The pop-out chat. Let me replace Phil's chat on the bingo boards that you see, because also it's just the Nightbot chat from before. So let me replace his chat with the current chat from DSP Reacts. There we go. So now it's the current chat. He's got this Derek in there. He's a member. He got gifted a membership. Fucking amazing for that. Hooray for that. Jesus, fuck off, Derek. And let's see if we can fucking find Phil's, you know, oh, here we go. Did I time it right?
Hey everyone, good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Yes.
First of all, before we even begin, I want to say so thank you. Big thanks to Skiznalit. Skiznalit gifted 50 legitimate memberships.
How do you know that they're legitimate, Phil? Did you verify their identity? Did you get this person to dox themselves? Do you recognize their details and credentials? How are you meant to know they're legitimate? Like, what have they done to verify that they're not from Argentina? I never fucking tried to verify Arson Z's fucking, you know, location for his gifted memberships. You know, I was very happy to receive them. He was very kind of him to do that. And I was like, yeah, here we go, 10 members, well done, guys. I didn't fucking pause and audit the fucking thing. License, passport, you know, urine sample, nothing, no. Oh, Jesus Christ. So yeah, Phil received these members from a trusted source. We'll put it that way. He got these from a trusted source.
To the channel. So if you just received one of those memberships, congratulations. That's awesome. Thank you, Skiznalit, for that. Really appreciate that. And I hope that everyone enjoys them. Now keep in mind, it's not like the old channel or the old version where you could submit clips, sadly. We had to change that because of trolls gifting fake memberships. We had like over 1,000 members on this channel, all of which would have been able to submit clips, which would have broken the channel. Okay? So if you just received a gifted membership, congratulations. Be sure to thank Skiznalit for it. And Skiznalit, thank you. Skiznalit tipped last night, and now this giant support for the channel is greatly appreciated. This is, you know, this channel literally only makes any profits on the streams. I don't get any on-demand profits on this channel because all these clips get claimed. So this is a huge help for the channel. Thank you so very much, Skiznalit. Really, thank you. Okay.
I need that money. I really do. I need that money.
I don't know why Phil's stream just stopped playing for me. That's kind of strange. His stream just suddenly stopped playing for me. Give me a second, I'll try and fix this crap. I think I know how to fix it.
Hey, so everybody,
there you go.
Welcome to the show. DSP versus the internet for the week. We're gonna get started. Hold on a second here while I. Here we go. While I say hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Chow Con Artist, thank you for re-upping your membership for 10 months. Appreciate that. You guys voted for the red fedora. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the red fedora, and that's the hat we're gonna be wearing for the show today. Hold on here.
And he's fucked off again. I'm just gonna spam some things.
You have been the personification of stupidity since 1997.
Bruh.
Nope.
Shut the fuck up!
Fucking inflatable fucking crown.
Make the bad
Very
man
nice. I don't know if it really goes
stop.
with my outfit today, but whatever. Welcome to the show, everyone. The Clip Show, DSP versus the Internet, episode 57, where I watch back clips from all over the net that you guys have submitted this week. Remember, it is members who submit the clips. Ultra level members on this channel are guaranteed to have their clips watched. All right, 4 weeks in a month, so that means you're Ultra member, you get 4 clips watched in a month. Submissions tier members put all of their clips into a standardized playlist, which I hit random on, and we just watch them in random order, so you have an equal chance to get watched if you're in that playlist. So
I mean, sometimes there's 5 different, you know, Sundays in a month. You know, it's just the way it works, isn't it? Sometimes there's more than 4. It's Phil saying 4 times a month, but isn't there a case where sometimes it's 5, or am I just fucking being dumb? Yes, sometimes you can get 5 Sundays in a month, can't you? I'm kind of worried that I've just proven my shipperity now. I'm not sure. It's like, so you can get 1. Fuck off. Never mind. Bail. I'm just bailing from this thought process.
Today, just so you guys know, we have a lot of Ultra members. Like in the last week, we have a lot of new Ultra members. So we're watching a lot of Ultra members clips this week. Okay, just to forewarn all of you. So if you like the show, you like, you know, watching these random clips with me, you like my reactions, please consider becoming a member today. That'd be absolutely cool if you did. And thanks in advance to anyone who contributes during today's stream. Of any way, the way I do it is 30-minute segments. So we'll watch clips for about 20-30 minutes, split the part, do shout outs, adjust the leaderboard, then go to the next part. Okay, so just so you know, that's how it works. It's not going to be like constant shout outs or anything. Sometimes people will contribute and be like, oh, he didn't shout it out. No, we do it in between the parts. Okay, fair enough. We're ready to get started because we're actually I want to get started here with the show. Get the controller here. Nate, yes, we can see you.
Put your hands in the air.
All right, ready to get started? All right, here we go. Hello, everyone. Phil.
He is now recording for a shitey react content, which is going to bring an end to the bingo, sadly. And so this guy says, what was that? That was me singing along to Dark Side of Flow's song. A current song playing right now is My Bills by Dark Side of Flow. So it got to the point where it's like, put your hands in the air, and I couldn't help myself. I just fucking had to fucking say it at the same time. Okay. Anyway, guys, that's going to bring an end to the bingo, sadly. Sadly, that is going to wrap things up. Killamp is not impressed with Phil's drip, saying that is a horrible look. How does he not see that this is about to say... This is about to say my lady unironically? I mean, it's what his audience have chosen and demanded that he wears, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Personally, the only hat that matters to me is
fucking inflatable fucking crown.
But that's not there anymore. That's fucking gone. I got sent to the bin because I got a puncture, and Phil couldn't be arsed to try and patch it up or try and have the lung capacity to blow it back up. But there we go. So let's go to live DSP, I guess, and see how he's doing. Oh yeah, he's not going to update his tips until after like half an hour or so. So he's only just started. Fuck it, we're done. We're done with that. Of course, we're going to end how it always ends. Otters, delightful, cute as hell, detoxifying otters and all that jazz. When Phil was being so annoying and absurd and just fucking being a dick, it's good to fucking have otters to go back on. Sadly, there was no full house today to add to the bingo prize fund, but as the old saying goes, there is always tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow for some more bingo antics and all that jazz, and feel free to join me if you wish to see if we can get a full house bingo tomorrow instead. I'm going to end how I always end by playing the Torres PIG contributions made by the supremely talented Pixar animations. But yeah, guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for keeping writing the card. Thank you for the contributions as well, and the super chats and the members as well. Very kind of you guys. And yeah, hopefully we can get the full house tomorrow, and we can add some more money to the bingo prize fund. But until then, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend, however you wish to spend it, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower? When you're showered in money. When you go outside and all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky. And you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. money.
Free. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah.
These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that.